Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Progressive Discussions. It's Sunday already. I'm your host, James P. Madonna. Been doing this for a very long time, since the mid-1990s or so, and I want to welcome everyone. This happens to be a special time of year, and it's not supposed to be about partying. It is Memorial Day weekend. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. You know, we have a special guest. We have my my number one political co-host on location at MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's from Seattle, Washington, the one and only Mr. Jason Cleveland. And he's
Hello, James.
Hey, he's in a casino right now in beautiful Las Vegas. I'm very happy.
How's the audio?
Excellent. The audio is excellent. And I don't understand why the Commodore Jeff Zambello says, "Where's the show?" when I told him I was going to put the link in the comments box. So now I got to send it to him.
Okay, you want to send it to him while I just kind of show you around here?
You know what? I'm getting too old for this, man. You know I used to work with the general public. And I quit, thank God, because I was coming home with sharp pains in my belly aches and stress and everything. But you know what? What is it that, you know what it is? People don't pay attention when you speak. They don't focus on what you have to say. Now, let me calm down.
You know, James, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, but I think people are so worried about what they're going to say next, they don't even listen to what you're saying. You see what I mean?
You mean they're preoccupied with what their next statement is going to be?
Correct. Like, how do I respond to James while you're still telling him something? So then he's like, oh my God, I missed out on it or whatever, right? So James, get a load of this. This is a beautiful gold, look at the flower arrangements here, this gold lion. Can you see that? Isn't that cool?
Let me get a bird's eye solo layout. Oh, look at that.
Let me see. Does that look a little better?
My astronomical sign, Leo the Lion. Oh, it's beautiful.
Look at the lights up there. But yeah, that is the MGM Grand Lion there. When you enter the lobby area, this is everyone here either checking in or checking out. Here's they have a nice big LCD screen behind the checkout area. And let me just keep walking here. This is kind of fun, I think. We'll just give you a little... now, this might be the first time that Progressive Discussions has been on location in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, the very first time.
That's cool, right?
And yeah, Memorial Day weekend 2022. And my partner, my co-host, the great Jason Cleveland, on location in Las Vegas, in the beautiful at the beautiful MGM Grand Hotel, and
They have a preferred check-in area for military veterans, which gets them to the head of the line, which is really nice.
I think that's fantastic. I really do.
Right?
Mr. Jeff Zambello was angry because of what I said. What I mean, I did type it. I mean, but anyway.
So is he not is he not coming, James, or is he going to come?
He's probably not. He had some choice words for me and everybody, and
What was this regarding? The link to the show, or?
yeah, I put the link in the comments box, so I don't have to send links to every Tom, Dick, and Harry separately. I'm just trying to make, like Ronald Theriot does. I'm trying to make life easier for myself. And but look at the colors, man. Look at the artistic decor.
I know it's pretty.
Look at the ceiling. Oh my goodness, it's magnificent. This place.
James, this slot machine here, this is Willy Wonka. This is pretty cool. Look at this, right?
Willy Wonka.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Yeah, they have that. They have that in Atlantic City. They got all theme. They have all theme. What do you call slot machines? They're all different themes.
Yeah, they have a lot of Wheel of Fortune, like the game with Pat Sajak. In fact, here's a Wheel of Fortune machine right here. If you can see it. I don't know if I'm allowed to be filming, so I'm kind of trying to be incognito. You know what I mean?
No, you're doing good. You're doing good. Very good. Look, I'm telling you, these slot machines are all high technology now.
It's very noisy in here too. I mean, I don't know if you can hear me very good or if I'm being drowned out by the music.
No, you're not being drowned out at all. I hear you loud and crystal clear.
So look at this right here, the buffalo, right? Look at those buffaloes on the.
Oh yeah, that's the new thing now with machines. I think the casinos really decided to emphasize high technology machines as opposed to the traditional table.
Yeah, now you still see some of these old reels here. We'll go by the table games here in a minute. This place, so from a scale perspective, this is the largest casino in Las Vegas. They have like 200,000 floor space of casino, which is like the size of a Costco just for the casino. They have over 4,000 hotel rooms here. Wow. And the Eagles, the band the Eagles, they played their last show of their tour here last night. This place was, you think it's busy now, James? 3 times as many people were in this place last night after that Eagles concert.
So what you're saying is Las Vegas is jam-packed for Memorial Day weekend 2022.
Look at that elephant there.
Yeah. That's the golden Indian elephant with the trunk that's supposed to be up. But anyway,
okay, let's move over here.
That's a beautiful casino.
It is very nice. We were at the pool. I got the, as you know, I'm sort of a bit like Mr. Komarov. You have like credits that you can use to go live with. I was able to get a little bit of time away from the pool to go live. So I can't join you for like the full show, but I can at least stay here till like 1 o'clock, which is like another half hour. So let's see what this rolls here.
Oh, that's
so
good.
here's your. So James, here's your big 6 wheel.
Big 6 wheel. Spin the wheel. Make a deal. Spin the wheel and make a deal. That's right.
Okay, so obviously there's more ones than any other number, but that just means you win 1 times your bet. Oh, 23-1. That's a big one. All right, 3. So if you bet 3, you would have won 3 times what you bet. That's cool. So here's the Cirque du Soleil show. I think it's called K-A. And there's the
oh really?
Here's the gift shop for the Ka. And you can see this costume here. Let me come in on this. You might like something like this, James, if you can see this. How cool is this? Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that costume, James.
Look at that Commodore Jeff Sambell. Look at the beauty of that. Holy crap!
Is the Commodore on?
Yeah, he's on. He's here.
Hello, Commodore.
Let me answer Sid. Sid, he's Jason Cleveland is at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas right now on location.
Look at this dragon.
Oh wow! Look how
Isn't that cool?
Man, this is a magnificent hotel and casino.
So here's the this is the arena for the show. James, this is the most expensive restaurant here. It's a Michelin star. Joël Robuchon. He's a French chef. Let's have a look at the menu here.
Oh, I hate to look at the prices.
$445.
Get the hell out of here! Why? Because it's French.
So this is what it comes with. It comes with like a starter, a main, dessert, and then you can add items into this. But there you go. I can't. I mean, yeah. Would you pay $445?
No.
To eat here? No way, right?
You know what I would pay? I would pay 30 up to, I'd say about up to $35 for a really good high-end buffet. And
let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can't. Let's go over to that buffet.
The Commodore knows that both of us are buffet lovers. We like to get the best bang for the buck, and the buffet is where you're going to get it.
Okay, James, here you go.
Oh, absolutely, Commodore. Gorgeous.
Hello, Commodore. I've been following you as a mute. You're a mute, so I can't hear you speak. I've never heard you speak, but I've seen you do your amazing club exercises, and you build up quite a workout in the sweat, which is very entertaining. So,
Sid, I just told you, he's at the MGM. Look, am I in the bathroom talking to the toilet bowl? He's at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas. Jewish casinos. Yeah, right.
This place looks nice, James, right?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's the buffet?
No, I'll go to the buffet here. This is a place called Crush.
Oh, jeez.
The menu here is a little more reasonable, right? Like a pizza is $21, which I guess in Vegas is not terrible.
Oh no, you mean for a whole pizza? Yeah, that's a regular. That's
a burger's $23. You know. So this is more reasonable, I guess. Right?
I mean, do you get French fries flown in from freaking Paris or something? That it's over $20.
Check out these pandas.
That's a Chinese restaurant, I take it. Right?
Yeah, it's called the Grand Wok Noodle Bar.
The Grand Wok Noodle Bar, Commodore. The Grand Wok Noodle Bar. How about
these
that?
Flowers are very pretty. These pandas and flowers and stuff.
Is the food so good that it will give me a nice noodle between my legs?
Like a pool noodle, right? Like a pool noodle.
Cornwallis. Yeah, Cornwallis.
This is great, James. This actually is very exciting going live here.
Yeah, but this whole place is pure eye candy. It's tantalizing to the eyeballs.
James, I haven't even hit the tip of the place yet here. I mean, seriously, I'm still moving around.
I know that it's a huge place. You know, I mean, I shut off Facebook Messenger, and that fucking eagle beak little Jew motherfucking control freak pencil neck geek. I still hear the melody, the sound when people.
I heard it too. It's like a bonging sound, right?
Like a bling, bling, bling. I shut the damn thing off.
Okay, James. So here's your table games. You got blackjack.
Oh, it's owned by a Jew? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Kirk Kerkorian, yes.
They booted out. All the Sicilians are going to. They don't take kindly to having anybody giving them a hard time.
Right. Okay, what else we got here, James? I'll take you to the buffet, and then we might sit down and do a progressive slot machine. Look, you talk about a progressive slot machine. Look at this one here, $12 million. You can see that.
Bucks. Now, I was reading books on the slots, and they like to put the biggest payout slots like towards the end of the aisle and closer to the middle. Like, in other words,
yes,
they want people to win where the public is walking back and forth.
Yes, it's very good for business. If people hear you winning, then they want to sit down and play because they feel left out, right? So this is like an electronic
Yeah.
roulette and blackjack. So she's dealing blackjack here, and it's being put on the screen behind her.
Yeah. Well, no, he's going to show us the buffet.
Yeah, we're heading to the buffet right now, actually. Okay. Oh, I got to show you this one too, James. You like horse racing, right? There's a little.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a plastic horse racing where you can actually bet on these horses. So see the screen right here.
Let me play the kazoo.
Okay, so see, so you the horses come around here and then they literally run around this little track and then you can bet on them. See that?
Oh yeah, I see that. That's funny. It cracks me up. Look at
it's kind of corny, isn't it?
You know what? It reminds me of the merry-go-round with the horses that the kids sit on.
Right. Okay. So let's see here. Right? So they're all,
I'm sorry. The carousel.
So they're all at the starting gate. You see the little plastic horses? Now they're off, James.
And now they're off. Oh, hold on. Are they off yet? What are they? They stopped. There they go.
See that?
Wilbur.
And then they have the screen of the horses running.
Oh,
so they're down in the home stretch, James.
They're straining themselves, man. They're straining themselves. No, we'll get to the buffet. Commodore is anxious to see.
Okay,
but he's
heading
giving
to the buffet now. I figured I'd just show you this little horse racing game, which is kind of cute, right?
Funny. It's funny. Yeah, it is cute. I'm surprised they don't have turtle races.
So if you're into poker, playing poker.
Oh, I play poker. I know a lot about poker.
Here's the poker room here.
Poker in the ass. When patty cake baker's man, when the chick's on the rag, bang her in the ass.
So I'll do my best to try to get as close to the buffet as I can. You know, you got to pay to get in there, but
yeah, I know. Do the best you can. Maybe there's an outside menu of some kind.
Yeah, they typically might tell you what's on a special. I mean, I would say every buffet would at least serve a prime rib, like a carved prime rib, and maybe some fish as the meat choices, right?
A lot of great seafood, I bet. A lot.
And because we're still at like lunchtime, they probably have a brunch going, which is probably like they have like a, one of those omelet bars where you kind of tell the cook what you want him to put in the omelet for you.
That's more like a Sunday brunch buffet with the omelets and the Belgian waffles and the.
James, I'm still walking. I mean, I haven't shown you everything here. I mean, this is.
I know, and you know what? I want to thank you for having a very steady hand with the camera.
I hope it looks okay. I'm really trying to.
Oh, it looks great. Hey guys, well, how does it look so far?
Okay, here's the buffet. The line to the buffet. So this is the line to the buffet.
It's called the Moby Dick Seafood Buffet.
The Grand Buffet.
The Grand.
Okay, so you see all the people in line here at the buffet. I can't get in there though. That's the problem. So I guess let me just see how much it costs.
It's funny. Yeah, you're funny. That wasn't an oyster shell. That was a quahog shell. That was a cram, as the Chinese say.
How much does the buffet cost?
$40.
$40. Okay.
Oh,
so
that's not bad.
Buffet here is
like that. I pay
$40. Yeah, $40.
No, I'd pay it.
Well, look at the line to get in it.
I'm sure it's outstanding.
It must be good because there's at least. Okay, here's the people waiting to pay, and then there's people waiting to be seated. I don't know if you can see that up. There's probably at least 200-300 people maybe waiting to get a table. All right, so let's go. We'll head over to this place called Tap, which looks really nice.
Taps? Yeah, Joe Pesci. Yeah. I just want to say, I want to, I want to say God bless his soul for Ray Liotta, passed away in the Dominican Republic. Actor Ray Liotta, and he was shooting a movie over there, and he died in his sleep. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to him.
I know. So this place looks nice, James. This is a sports bar. It's called Tap, and they have screens everywhere. They have a big screen.
Look at all those big screens every which way.
So this is Tap. Here's the excuse me. Here's the sign for the Eagles. The final show was yesterday.
Now
So that was kind of
AEW
fun.
wrestling is there right now, and also the Money in the Bank is going to be a WWE Money in the Bank. It's going to be at the MGM Grand in the arena.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
Here's a nice bar here, James, called the Centrifuge.
The Centrifuge.
It's a circular bar. You look at the colors there.
Oh wow!
Doesn't this look nice? Doesn't this look nice? I'm trying to tell you where I am here. So
they got the like the black light. Oh, go back to the Centrifuge because there's too many messages coming at me. Okay. Yeah, I want to enjoy.
So I'll do a panning here of the Centrifuge. Yeah, this is a beautiful bar. It's a circular bar.
Look at that bar. Circular bars are the most practical, I think.
Yeah, because then you can have like less bartenders and you can just serve the people instead of like, being kind of spinning around, so to speak, right?
I think the bartenders should be on roller skates so they can get to each customer faster, and unless they fall and break their head.
Boy, this place looks really good, James. Look at the. Let me see if I can't get a shot of the menu here and the restaurant. Let me just walk in. This is a nice looking bar too, James. So they have a lot of memorabilia too, like signed boxing gloves and jerseys and stuff. And yeah, this is really good.
Well, I don't gamble either, but you know what I would do? I would eat real good, and I would go hiking in the desert with my pair of good binoculars, and looking for things. UFC.
So yesterday was 102. Today is only going to be 88, so it's a lot cooler today. So today would be a good day for the hiking for sure.
That was the UFC. Yeah, I'm getting bombarded with messages. Hold on. That was the UFC. That was a replica of the UFC belt, right? Mixed martial arts.
That was correct. There's the buffet again. I hope the audio is coming through. It's rather loud in here.
No, you are loud and clear.
Okay.
You have a good phone, obviously.
Well, what I did too, in anticipation of this, I did bring headphones, so I'm like plugged in versus a microphone on the phone. So I do have
you got the buds in your ear.
Correct.
The microphone.
Here, this one looks fun, doesn't it? 88 fortunes. Some people might say this is racist or derogatory, right?
No, it's cute. No, they make images like that in China for the holidays.
See the little girl here.
The audio is perfect. I know.
Yeah.
I know, Commodore.
Okay, good, Commodore. The audio. I would like to hear your audio someday, maybe, right?
Well, Commodore has a Boston accent.
I thought he was Canadian.
No, his wife is Canadian from the Maritime Provinces. He's a Bostonian.
Okay.
He says, I'm going to have some clam chowder.
Okay, so he's okay. That's interesting. Boston. I've never been to Boston.
Yeah, I have. I've been to Salem, Mass. every Halloween. Yeah, it's quite nice.
James, are you familiar with the magician David Copperfield?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so he plays here every night too. I'm going to take you over. Look at the the lighting is just so cool,
Oh yeah. Well, David Copperfield is what they call like a theatrical magician on stage.
Right.
So even Fremont Street is hopping, huh?
It was slammed. We were there on Friday.
Yeah. Okay. So it proves that this guy I know is a total bullshit artist. All right, got you.
Who's that guy?
No, his name is Ken Create, performing artist. I sent him a juicy message that I told him don't bother me anymore with your stories about what plans you have in the entertainment. industry, and you're gonna do Fremont Street. You're gonna move to Vegas. I told him, don't. I don't want to hear anybody's bullshit anymore.
So see this, James? David Copperfield has won 21 Emmys. There's a picture of his Emmy, if you can see that. Isn't that cool? That's a real Emmy right there. That's a beautiful statue.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question pertaining to what the Commodore said. Do they make it reasonably affordable in general for people to go to Las Vegas and stay there because of the gambling enticement, or has the prices soared?
It used to be. I think it depends on when you go, because it's Memorial Day weekend. It's like a dynamic pricing. It's more expensive over long weekends and holidays than it normally would be. But I still do believe that they offer at certain places, depending upon where you want to stay, you can get a good value on like a combination of airplane and hotel with Expedia. If you've heard of Expedia, it's a travel.
Oh yeah, I've used Expedia before. Sure.
Yeah. So Expedia. In fact, we actually had years ago we had a Costco card, a Costco membership, and we let it lapse, but we decided to get one again, and we actually booked our trip here through Costco Travel, and Costco Travel offers a couple of benefits. They offer a great rate, and they give you automatic travel insurance. Like if you need to cancel your trip or something to that effect, they're more generous with the refund. Whereas
you have to be a member.
But you have to be a member. Yes, you have to be a member.
Yeah, because the AARP deals with Expedia. And,
yes.
And for car insurance, they deal with the Hartford, which incidentally they had the best rates when I had my car. The best rates. I got rates. I get quotes from everybody you see on TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's one for Colin, if Colin is going to join the Shamrock.
Hopefully, him and
Jordy.
Hold on for a second. Again, let me see the Shamrock again. I gotta cool it with the messages, because I'm not getting the good bird's eye view of Jason.
How does that look?
Sure. Okay, yeah. Colin and Jordy are supposed to join after 4.
Here's a real progressive. See where it says progressives?
Yeah, bonus progressive.
Isn't that cool?
Oh yeah.
Almost screenshot that and put that on your. Yeah, so this is very cool, James. What else can I show you here? Some of these slot machines, they look a lot like video games. They're very vibrant, very alive, very. It's very exciting, and they pump in oxygen so that you don't get tired,
Yeah. Oh,
here we go.
That's good. You can't go wrong with pure oxygen.
Let me see if I can show you. This slot machine is very cute. I still haven't shown you the whole place here,
I like all the dragons and stuff. Oh, look at that. He's a prospector.
Isn't that great? He's a miner.
Yeah, 3-dimensional images jumping up.
Do you remember Facebook had that game called Farmville many years ago?
Yeah.
Here's a Farmville slot machine. How funny is that? There's chickens. There's a right. So here's another. Oh yeah, look at this one, Aquaman, whatever you call that.
Aquaman. Yeah, Aquaman. There you go.
Hello, Ron Ontario. It's good to
Ron.
have you. This is Jason Cleveland of Progressive Discussions.
Yeah, Jason Cleveland. The link is all the way on top in the comment section. All the way on top. Why are so many people wearing masks? Because they don't want to get killer diseases sprayed on them by others because there's too many people walking around.
It is entirely optional. There's no mask mandate, but there are quite a few people here. Here's a fun one here, James. Look at that progressive jackpot. 580,000 on a Wheel of Fortune.
Wow.
There's another cute one here, like a piggy bank. Look at this one.
Look at the piggy bank, the golden piggy bank. Oh,
Isn't that cute?
oh yeah.
So maybe we sit down and play a little bit here before I have to return.
Yeah.
How about that Shamrock one? That for Colin and the Luck of the Irish. That one might be a good one here to put a few bucks in.
Yeah. Hopefully the machine will treat you like a colon cleanse and empty.
Oh my goodness.
And empty all the money it has up there on the progressive.
That would be. Yeah, look at this guy.
Not against the super deadly virus. Oh yeah, he's the.
Like Genghis Khan or something, right?
Hold on for a second. I'm getting bombarded.
The comments, put it this way, we go live on location. The comments are flying in harder than I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, they're there. The comments are in the comment section, but I'm only gonna post the ones that are meaningful, that are important. The others can
okay.
They're still going to be in the comments box.
Okay, here we go, James. This is going to be. It might be a little tough. I don't know if I can film this properly. Maybe I put it onto myself.
Is there any little ledge where you can prop your phone up or no?
There is, and it would just be showing me though, which is not as exciting.
I understand.
Okay, let me turn my camera around here.
Okay, well you're at a machine, so I got all of us up. Let's look at Jason. We'll get a bird's eye view of Jason.
How does that look? That doesn't look too bad, right?
No, excellent.
I'm wearing these shirts here. It's 50 SPF, so it's like when you walk around in the sun.
$20 a drink. I'll pass on that, Sid.
Let's see here. Problem is with this is that I can't. I want to see Sid's comment. Okay, there we go.
You might as well drink while you play. I mean, if you play, you don't have to play fast and lose all your money. You can play in slow motion,
That's true. Okay, this is a dollar machine here. So let's try putting like $60 in, just so we can have like 5 minutes of playtime here.
All right.
So we're buying in for 60. Okay. And I'll show you the thing. I'll spin it, and maybe I can show you the spins. That looks like here. Problem is, can't see the chat. Okay, now I can. Yeah, keep the chats on the screen if you can, James, so I can see them. Like broadcast them.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I will try my best, Commodore. In fact, I tried, without being too suspicious, to kind of show you a little bit of the talent.
Don't worry. Just do what you got. Hey, everybody. I see girls holding their phones up all the time. Everybody's taking videos and. Okay. See, I can bet 9. But the way this works is you can bet 9 lines, but it's 9. But that's $9 a spin. So you've only got what? 10 spins. No, 6 spins. So I'll just do $3, which only gets me 3 lines, but we'll try this. Okay, we're playing now. Yeah, actually, retail is designed to get people to part with their money. Retail and salesmanship, like the one that taught the course that Claude Diamond.
I won $2 here. Claude Diamond. Nothing. Okay, we're down $11, James. I won 24. Okay, that's good. See if you can see that. I just won $24.
For you people that are just watching now, my co-host, Commodore not Commodore, I'm sorry. My co-host, Jason Cleveland, is live from the MGM Grand Hotel on location in Las Vegas.
It's actually spinning on its own here. Double jackpot. Ooh,
Double
almost.
jackpot.
I'm sorry you can't see what's happening.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, my dear Masumi. Good morning. Is Masumi from...
Here we go, James. This is a big one, James.
Oh.
See that?
Oh, wow.
James, this should be over $100 win. Can you see what's happening?
Yeah.
See,
It's
look
happening.
how much it's paying me here, James.
Oh, it's happening, Brand. It's happening.
How's the... Okay, 140, James. Look at this, 150. It's still spinning, James. There's more.
I'm getting so excited. I gotta wave my
James, look.
I gotta
Can you
wave
see?
the lily around.
James, can you hear the machine just going crazy right now?
I hear it, man. I hear it. You booze hounds out there, you're gonna get the show early.
James, 160. Now, mind you, I fed in 60. 180, James. 200.
Look at that. Look
James.
at that. 200. Oh, beautiful.
Okay, James, I hate to say it, but I got to cash out because the way I play, you win, the machine's not going to pay you anymore right now. You know what I mean? Look at that, James.
What do you got? Total of what?
So I put in 60. Now I'm at the 202. That's $140 I just won.
You know what? I agree with you. Cash out, because that's to tantalize you to put all the money back again.
Look at that, James. I put in $60. There's my cash out voucher. How about that? Your good luck, James. And good morning, Masumi.
I'm like an Italian leprechaun, huh? I'm like a leprechaun.
That was a very exciting poll. Live on YouTube. Where else is anybody winning the jackpot live on YouTube right now, right?
Your winnings is live, and it will be recorded on Progressive Discussions. Anyway, let me get back to Masumi, my dear.
Okay, that was a very exciting poll here.
It is now 4:49 a.m. Monday in Tokyo. Good morning, Masumi. Good morning to you. Okay.
Okay, let's go cash this out then. We'll walk over to the cage.
Yes. Now,
look at that, James.
There are people that don't have the self-control to do what you're doing. I just want you to know.
My wife is one of those people. She'll say, "Oh, I just won 200. Pump it all back in." I'm like, "No, take it out. It's that's what they want you to do." But James, that was a big hit there. That was a big hit. It's a very big hit.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy for you, and I'm happy it's on video. I mean, it's on the show, and then you'll be able to watch it many years into the future.
And what's cool, this is not scripted, right? This is
this is not scripted. You were at the MGM Grand. You stopped at the Shamrock.
James, I didn't show you this bar. It's called Whiskey Down.
Hold on, let me get a bird's eye view of it.
Okay.
Whiskey Down.
This is a very nice dark bar. Look how nice and dark it is in here.
Ooh, I like that. I like dim lighted clubs. Whiskey Down, huh?
Oh, there's a picture I got to show you here, James.
Can you imagine Ronald J. Theriot doing a taste test challenge in a place like that?
Oh, my God.
Did you imagine that?
Ronald, if you can hear me, I hope you're doing well.
Ronald is supposed to join. I told him that. Hold on for a second. Hold on.
Look at these old pictures in Vegas here, right?
Oh yeah, they got.
Look at the old guys playing.
Wow, look at that. Look at that history.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
Look at this, Woodford Reserve. This looks like a plaque of some kind.
Uh-huh.
Actually, there's quite a few cool pictures in here, James. I'm kind of like behind the bar. Look at this old guy.
Wow.
Oh, this one's funny. This sign is funny. It says, "No credit. Gambling prohibited."
Gambling prohibited.
Here's a shot of the bar. Yeah, could you imagine Ronald Terrio doing a whiskey challenge, Dawn Busters, because Vegas? Imagine this, James.
Well, it can't be a dawn. It can't be a dawn buster. Look at that nice bar. It can't be
Vegas,
a dawn buster, but
no, Vegas never closes, so he could drink at 4 in the morning here.
I could picture Ronald with one of those black Western Zorro hats, with the silver, with the silver hat band, the Western, and doing the dawn busters at different bars in Vegas. But he can't bring his he can't bring his own. Then he's got to pay through the nose to buy whiskey at these places. Forget about my idea. Forget it.
In concept, it was a good idea, but in practice, it's terrible because you're right.
In practice.
Well, let me tell you, a shot of Jack Daniels here, because my wife wanted one the other night. A shot of Jack Daniels is $16.50. That's like the price of a whole bottle. Okay, I may have to put my phone down. Maybe I may have to put my phone down because I'm kind of coming up to where all the money is. So let me just kind of maybe take me off the big screen. I'm just going to kind of put it down on the ground here until I cash out my winnings. But just to show you again, live on Progressive Discussions, that was a $142 win.
Wow.
See if I can. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just shut the camera off for a second.
Yeah. Shut the camera for a moment and do what you got to do. Oh, and what he's doing. People don't have self-control. The average person will put it all back. Yeah, it is a bit high. That's why my idea was good in concept but not in practice of Ronald Terrio with the black Zorro Western hat doing the Las Vegas Taste Challenge. What the hell is this shit? I get all kinds of crap popping up on my Yeah, they have all this money. You know why they have all this money? Because they felt like they were under. They felt like because their lives changed so much. Their social lives changed for the worse. And now that we have all these vaccinations, boosters, and everything, people are like bulls in a china cabinet, and they're just leaving their hometowns. They're taking vacations because they really haven't had much of a life since because of the pandemic. Is Ronald J. Terrio from southeastern Louisiana. There is a terrible epidemic of gambling. What do you mean, gambling online with the apps? Because there's no casinos in Massachusetts, unless there's
Yeah, it's all illegal now. And a lot of people really
probably. I know. I always see, like at night, I always see these gambling apps advertised. Terrible. Lottery tickets or dog race. Oh, they got dog races in Massachusetts. The last time I saw a greyhound dog race was in Hialeah, South Florida, by Miami.
Hello, Jay.
Here he is.
Hello, Ethan. Y'all have a fun trip now.
Thank you. Yeah. It was a nice 102-degree day yesterday, but today's only going to be 88.
Oh,
which is
so cool.
Still, I know that's a cooling, right? A 14-degree difference.
Yeah.
When I went to Phoenix, Arizona, in 2006, it was 112 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Wow.
112.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tucson, Phoenix has very similar weather. Well, Las Vegas is in the eastern Mojave. Mojave, the Eastern Mojave. I guess the rest is in
I noticed that a
California.
lot of Americans, they definitely are hitting the buffet, and they're hitting it heavy all the time.
Oh yes, this is a sampling of America here, folks.
There you go. Yeah, obesity epidemic. That's right.
Now I'm gonna just keep rolling here while I head back to the pool area. I'll try to get you some shots of the pool. See, I like these old machines, right? The reels, you know,
Yeah.
right? This fancy stuff with screens and everything. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. It almost seems like they can rig it easier if there's a screen instead of a wheel, right? Maybe.
Maybe
So
He showed some really beautiful, you know, multi light designs and artistic, you know, artistic artifacts in the main lobby. It's really a beautiful hotel, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, that's the United States. It's epidemic proportion.
I like Sid. Sid is not shy. Right.
No. He is our male rights activist, red pill alpha male aficionado. Well, obesity in general is high, and you know what obesity leads to? Diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, cancers. You can throw cancer in there.
You know, I'll just make a comment here, and this is just my perception at this moment. The number of kind of ugly people outweigh the number of pretty people here today on a grand scale.
Well, that's because it's daytime. It's daytime right now.
Yes.
The beautiful people come out at night. They're nocturnal. You're not going to get any facia brutus at night. You know, they're going to be all glamorous women, well dressed, young.
That's true. But last night, elegance. A lot of folks that were really dressed up. Now this is a nice bar here too that I haven't shown you. I'm still showing you stuff you haven't seen yet. We've been going live for like 40 minutes. Look at this place.
Oh yeah, because it's Saturday night. That's why. Oh, look at that.
Look at this bar.
Very nice.
Look at that, Ron.
All right, I'm gonna take a break. I like it. I'm gonna take a break, but I'll be back.
Okay,
I
Jay.
have to go do something. Okay, I'm gonna take myself out, and then you can add me back in a little while.
Okay.
Look at this nice lounge area here.
They're looking for sugar daddies, and there's probably a lot of escorts walking around too, Commodore.
Well, I sent you one on Thursday night, James, in that pink dress.
Oh yeah. She definitely looked like.
You should show that to the Commodore off camera.
Yeah.
This is a nice shirt. I could see you wearing a shirt like this, James.
That seems to be a style now. No tuck in shirts.
Yeah, nobody tucks in the shirts anymore.
Nobody tucks it. They should come out with a line of clothes called Friar Tuck. No, Friar no Tuck.
Friar no tuck. I like it.
Yeah, she's got a lot of skin showing there, but
Here you go, James. Now this is more like it, right?
she looks like, yeah, there we go, Commodore and Sid.
All right, yeah, that's for you, Sid.
That's you. There you go.
James, of course, you couldn't come to Vegas without Starbucks. I hope this store is unionized.
Untuck is to hide the big gut.
Yes, it is.
As I guarantee.
Yes, it is.
Dun, 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 dun.
So it's after 1 Pacific time. Are the Booze Hounds going to join?
Booze Hounds. Well, Jordy and Colin said they were going to join after 4. I mean, of course, I'll have to get into the serious topics next week, but that's all right. That's good. I'm
James,
enjoying.
these are all bath products. You drop these into your bath, like then they bubble up.
Do they have any? Do they have any dildo shaped soaps? For it?
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. So, happy Memorial Day to all the viewers in the panel.
Happy
James.
Memorial Day weekend 2022, and I would like to say that something has to be done with the gun legislation, because we can't this country cannot be having these massive shootings with innocent people, and in this case young children. It's heart-wrenching, it's heartbreaking, it's absolutely, it has to stop.
It's tragedy.
And
It's tragedy.
Washington has to start making wise decisions and do something about it. And that's it. And Ray Liotta, rest in peace, actor Ray Liotta. Yeah.
James, how's my signal? I think I'm breaking up here.
Well, you broke up. Now you're back.
Okay. I must say, so I'm using the hotel Wi-Fi. It's been pretty good, right?
So they give you the code once you get the room, right? They give you the
That's
Wi-Fi
right.
code. No, it's been excellent.
Okay, I'm making my way over to the pool, but before I go down there, I'll show you a high-level bird's eye view of the pool here.
Okay. Now Sid made a very wise comment right now, and I think I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it to Ronald when he gets back, because he's very upset at the cops in Texas. Very upset.
James, am I still live?
Yeah, you're live, but you froze a bit. Man. Yeah, diet soda don't mean shit. If you drink too much, artificial sweetener will raise your blood sugar. Beautiful. Look at that, man. But you're starting to. Now you're back. Now you're back. Don't worry about it. Look at the beauty of that carpet, man. Even you taking a stroll away from the casino is. I guess we lost the signal. We lost the signal, but whether he's able to come back or not, we really. Oh, here he is. He's back.
Yeah, sorry, James. I think once I get toward the pool, I just lose my signal there. So what I might do is sign off. I'll try to get some good backdrop here of what's going on. There we go.
Well, you're okay right now. I mean,
okay. So there it is, folks, live from Las Vegas. A tour of the MGM Grand Hotel and a nice little win live on screen, which was great. So that money might pay for dinner this evening, right? That's the way I look at it.
Well, you don't have an all-inclusive there. You have to pay.
No, correct. And the buffet is $40. So maybe 2 people at the buffet, $80 plus tax and tip. That's $100 for 2 people at the buffet.
You got to try a good Las Vegas buffet before you go back home. I mean,
yeah, we leave tomorrow morning, so tonight's our only day to do the buffet. So
what happened with the swimming pool? Every time you go towards it,
yes, I'm probably 100 yards from the entrance to the pool, and I think it's just the internet doesn't work in that area because I'm in the hallway now. I don't know if you can see behind me the light, the very bright light. That's the entrance to the pool deck, and if I walk into that area, I lose connection. So
sorry, Commodore, you can't see any girls.
I know. I'm really sorry.
the Wi-Fi.
I'm really sorry.
You know, it's not your.
So, James, I got to run. Commodore, Ron Ontario, all the folks. This has been very fun. Live from Las Vegas. Signing out and wishing you all a very healthy and happy Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, Jason.
Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. I appreciate it. Well, that was a nice surprise, people. Connecting with Jason from Las Vegas. Let me see if I have it. Well, being that the booze hounds are not here, let me see if I have an opportunity. What's going on here? Huh, it's interesting. All right. Let's see what I can do here.
And so if you can go to space, you can give our workers a bathroom break.
Okay. Here's a good message here concerning the mega rich like Jeff Bezos, the multi-billionaires. Let me share screen. Okay.
You're gonna do business out here in New York, you gotta treat our people right. And so if you can go to space, you can give our workers a bathroom break. Ain't that right?
I want to thank every Amazon employee because you guys paid for all this.
How much money does Bezos and the other billionaires need? You would think you got $107 billion. Who would give a shit about putting a few more $1 billion in the workers' pockets? You're down to $168 billion, right? And you probably can afford to go to the movies.
We don't believe that we need a union to be an intermediary between us and our employees.
You work here? Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Good.
How are you?
Union?
Huh?
You support the union?
I support anything that's going to benefit my circumstances, you know? So,
Working people are sick and tired of falling further and further behind while billionaires like Bezos become much richer. They don't want a $500 million yacht. They don't want a $23 million mansion that you have in Washington, D.C. What do they want? They want housing that is affordable. They want to be able to put away a few bucks to send their kids to college.
Seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
There'll probably be a vote this week on a big bill. Included in the bill is $10 billion for Blue Origin's, Bezos's space company. $10 billion.
If you go to space, you can make sure that you're treating people well and giving them solid health care benefits.
In a given year, Jeff Bezos, one of the wealthiest people in this country, did not pay a nickel in federal income tax. Can you believe it? You paid more than Bezos paid. Yeah. Amazon makes a whole lot of money. In a given year, they don't pay any taxes. Enough is enough. All right, we're going to create an economy that works for working people, not just billionaires. Let's go forward together. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Take care, man. Take care, Jeff Sambello. Maybe I could give. Let's see if I could reach him. Let's see. All right. Okay. Okay, we're going to go to the next, having some internet difficulties here. Having some problems getting to the links. Bear with me, folks. Okay. This one is about the TV evangelists that are out of their minds. All right, big time hucksters.
Out to the place right now. If you vote Democrat, I don't even want you around this church. You can get out.
Hold on just a second. You don't exactly make it easy here. All right, try it now.
Out to the place right now. If you vote Democrat, I don't even want you around this church. You can get out. You can get out, you demon. You can get out, you baby butchering election thief. You cannot be a Christian and vote Democrat in this nation. I don't care how mad that makes you. You get pissed off as you want to. You cannot be a Christian and vote Democrat in this nation. They are God-denying demons that butcher babies and hate this nation. They hate this nation. Get mad all you want to. I don't care if you stand. I don't care if you throw tomatoes, praise God. I'm about to throw a microphone up in his house. CNN can eat my dirty socks. You cannot be a Democrat and a Christian. You cannot. Somebody say amen. The rest of you, get out. Get out. Get out in the name of Jesus. I ain't playing your stupid games. Bunch of devils. I'm sick of it. They want to talk about the insurrection. Let me tell you something. You ain't seen the insurrection yet. You keep on pushing our buttons, you low-down sorry compromisers. You God-hating communist America. You'll find out what an insurrection is, because we ain't playing your garbage. We ain't playing your mess. My Bible says that the church of the living God is an institution that the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And the Bible says that we'll take it by force. That's what the Bible says. Force. That's what the Bible says. Force. It's gonna get worse.
This guy gives you a headache. We'll take it by force. Force. Is that what he said? Remember Steve Martin in that movie when he was all in white. He was an evangelist. And he says, yakety yak, God's a talking back. Remember that movie? All right. Would you say Hallelujah? Hallelujah or hallelujah? Oh, okay. Now, all right.
I walked out without having to pay a single cent.
Hold on. Let me get this one going. Bear with me, folks. I know I keep saying it, but bear with me. Okay.
I walked out without having to pay a single cent in Australia.
My dad got a stent in Toronto. He paid more than you did because he had to pay for the parking.
I lived in London, Alleyville, she's Canadian, places where there is a national healthcare system. You get checkups in London, you walk in, you walk out. I was in Australia, I really messed up my shoulder in a fall, and I had to go get x-rays in the ER. I walked there bloody and messed up. They gave me x-rays, they gave me pain medication. I was in the ER for, I don't know, 6-7 hours, and I walked out without a bill. Without a bill. I was a tourist. I walked out without having to pay a single thing in Australia. And if I had done that here, I would be paying thousands upon thousands of dollars. If I had quote unquote good health insurance, I would still be paying hundreds of dollars. This idea that people love their health insurance is just crazy. They tolerate their health insurance. Nobody loves their health insurance in this country. They exist to find a way not to pay for your health services.
Look at your paycheck. Anybody who gets their employer-sponsored health care, some of it's subsidized by your employer, but it's generally one of the biggest nuts on your paycheck. 2, my dad got a stent in Toronto. He paid more than you did because he had to pay for the parking. That's the one thing he learned is don't drive to the hospital. Healthcare doesn't cover the cost of parking, covers everything else. Canada and the United Kingdom both have single-payer healthcare systems. Guess what? Life expectancy is longer. Outcomes on most things except cancer treatment is better in all developed countries than in the United States. And here's the rub. In many of these countries, the system was either established by or continued by conservative governments because the return on investment is greater. In America, we spend almost 3 times as much as what they do in developed countries for healthcare. So the idea that this is socialist and radical, which, by the way, I encountered when I was out there on my tour across America, the idea that you're paying collectively for insurance is not socialist. Socialism is government-controlled production. In Canada, the government doesn't control healthcare. It just pays for your health care coverage. It's something we should be coming around to. And exit polling indicated that a lot of Americans actually still.
In the UK and Canada, they have the National Health Service. So they have a ready-made way of tracking and bringing people together and distributing something like this in a very orderly fashion.
Well, even the popular commercial Car Shield. My friend got Car Shield, and you know what? You pay. It's like paying premiums to an insurance company, but they pick and choose what repairs they will
make. Right.
They don't.
I'll just tell y'all what I'm drinking real fast.
Yeah. Let me see. The bold. What is it? The Schlitz? Yeah. Oh, bold lager. Oh, so it's not the Schlitz malt
Well,
liquor.
they renamed it.
Bold lager.
The name malt liquor stores, they have a bad kind of.
Yeah, because they wanted to sell more Schlitz malt liquor, so now it's bold lager. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so they pick and choose what repairs they will pay for. And of course, they don't tell you that in the commercial.
No.
Unless there's like a disclaimer at the end that, you know, like that it's microscopic text that you can't read. But this, you know, be careful. There's a catch to many things. Carvana, Vroom, I mean, tons of bad reviews. So you really, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That's a very interesting topic, health insurance, and I have a lot of opinions about it. But the thing I was really like worked up about this week was a different story that I was really.
No, but we're gonna definitely.
I was really ready to do a major flip out on the internet.
No, we're definitely gonna get into that. Now this. Let me see if this is a video or. Well, it's not a video. It's. It won't take long. Let me bring it up. It's disturbing, which means that it's an example of how there's a catch to everything. Well, guess what? There's a catch to See, the thing with articles is you have to scroll. You know what? Let's just keep it like this instead of me going back and forth scrolling. Now, everybody's heard, of course, of Elon Musk and his Tesla vehicle, his high-end electric cars.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? If you have money to burn and you buy one of his electric vehicles and you want to get the automatic driving program, so you can sit back and have a chauffeur that's not there, a non-existent chauffeur that is computerized, and people will be staring at your vehicle because they'll see the steering wheel move. If so, we're no driver. Okay. Well, guess what? You have to, in order to have this automatic, robotic, whatever driver to drive your lard ass, you got to pay $12,000 to activate the program. This is on top of the cost of the car.
Yeah.
Well, to activate, and you have to pay a subscription fee to keep it going.
Sound like a good deal if you got the money, I guess.
If you got the money. Now the good news is many other reputable car companies are coming out with electric vehicles. Now, it doesn't have to be a Tesla. I mean, it's becoming more affordable. There's more charging stations being created.
But
now
those cars are still not very good. I mean, they only go 400 miles, or then you got to stop and recharge it.
Yeah.
A gasoline engine, I can drive, stop, add more gas in 5 minutes. I'm going down the road, So,
well, it's they didn't get all the bugs out of it. In this case, the lithium battery needs to have a much longer range, because what are you going to do if you're driving through the American Southwest and there's no charging stations for like
no, and they're making it an environmental issue when it's really not. It's a lot of politicians are closely connected to solar, wind power, and battery operated companies, so they're in their pocket, and they
right.
There's a lot of environmental problems from these electric cars because they're using batteries, and the electricity is produced by coal-fired plants. So,
well, the good thing is that the other car companies are producing electric cars. I know the technology is not where it should be yet, but they're producing cars that can be charged and recharged at your home, whereas you're not obligated to go to a station and pay perhaps more per kilowatt hour. I bet they're charging more for the electricity at the charging station than what you pay at home.
Probably so, and it's kind of like, I feel like it's a bait and switch that happened, because all throughout the 70s and 80s and 90s, they kept hammering away. We need clean gas, clean oil, clean emissions. And now we have that. And they say, oh, well, never mind. We got to have electrical vehicles. Gas is evil. Oil is evil. Evil.
Well, what really makes sense is that Elon Musk is working on a hybrid that uses. Now, in the past, they couldn't do this because it was very dangerous, very volatile, but that uses hydrogen and electric. So the small engine running on hydrogen, which is a byproduct of water, right? H2O. So the small engine will be charging the lithium battery on hydrogen, which is very clean.
Maybe they could make a flying machine that uses hydrogen gas, and they could go across the Atlantic in it. I don't know. That could catch on fire, like if it was landing in New Jersey. I don't know. It could catch on fire. And
or they can have a vehicle where someone has to eat Taco Bell bean burritos nonstop, and use the methane.
Did you catch my joke about the hydrogen flying machine?
Yeah, nonstop.
Oh, the humanity! That was a terrible tragedy, but.
Oh, the humanity! Oh, the Hindenburg, yeah. The Hindenburg.
That was supposed to be the new. That was supposed to be the new vehicles. The air machine. The what do they called them? Wasn't a blimp. It was called a
dirigible, right?
Because it was a steel frame flying.
Oh, Zeppelin.
Yeah, they were steel framed and they used hydrogen, and they were much bigger than the blimps today. I mean, huge, you know. And they were supposed to going to be the new revolutionary air travel, but that didn't go anywhere.
Wasn't there a blimp used in one of the wars to drop bombs? I don't know what.
Well, no, it was it was not blimps. It was those flying machines, the Zeppelins. They dropped bombs on England.
Oh, Germany. It was a World War I, right? The Kaiser Wilhelm.
Yeah, they had air raids using Zeppelins, but it didn't really help Germany too much. I mean, these things coming across the sky slow, you know.
Now, did the Zeppelins, were the Zeppelins made by Italy in the shape of a Zeppeli? Right? Get it? A Zeppeli?
They were made by a company called Lead.
Lead. Now look at Jordy's. Look, he's a surfer. He catches a wave, but it's made of beer. Is that how much beer you've been drinking, Jordy?
I've noticed that Jordy catches a lot of those beer waves.
Yeah, he does. Jordy, get Colin. Get Colin. Go get Colin.
Right. Now, I'll tell you this. I don't want to interrupt your stream or disrupt your train of thought.
No, you're not disrupting anything.
I'm just saying, I didn't know if you heard that the state of Texas has adopted a new state motto.
Which is?
It is, we stand by while the children cry and die. That's the state motto of Texas. We stand by while the children die and cry and die.
Well, I agree with you. Those 50 or whatever police officers should be brought up on charges.
Might have been over 60.
And besides getting fired, brought up on charges. Oh, here he is. Colin McMenamin. Hey, Colin.
And I got into a discussion with a local sheriff's officer yesterday, and he did not like what I had to say. And I didn't care.
Well, it's too damn bad, though. It's beyond incompetence with those. No,
it's criminal.
It's criminal. It really is.
They keep saying, the governor of Texas keeps saying, well, he was angry because they made him look like a fool. But then these police commanders keep saying mistakes were made. Oh, yeah.
Mistakes?
Yeah.
They made some 1 hour?
Yeah. Over an hour.
Over 1 hour.
How many bullets can that killer shoot? One at a time, from only one rifle at a time. And they have 60 police, and all of them had high-powered rifles and body armor and bombs probably. And what did they do? They stood around, let the children die when the children were on the cell phone calling for help for an hour, and they would not go to help them. And you know why they didn't go? Because they didn't want to get hurt. And what is the image the police always try to project? You know, they got their sleeves rolled up. You know, they're at the football games like, you know, hey, I'm tough. I got tattoos. You know, don't mess with me. I'm a tough guy. I was in Afghanistan. I'm a man. I'm 40. But then when the chips are down, they wimp out. I'm not saying all police. I'm talking about those in particular.
Yeah, but it was their job to get in there as soon as possible, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, and then when I talked to the local sheriff officer yesterday, deputy, and he starts making excuses for them. I said, so you would not have run into the school to help the children? He says to me, absolutely not. And, oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of camera because I'm standing up. I said, well, what if your grandchildren would have been in the school getting killed? And then you could see his face change. He started getting angry.
Well, those children were someone's
right. So I told
him,
I said, so you telling me you would stand outside and not go help your grandchildren if they were being killed? And he said, well, yeah, I'd go help my grandchildren. and I trapped him. See, I was setting him up. He didn't realize I was setting him up. I trapped him. So what he admitted is that if it was his grandchildren, he'd go help them. But other people's kids, nah, screw them. Screw those kids. I don't know them.
Because it doesn't personally affect them, they don't care. That's the ultimate in selfishness. I mean, it's not their problem. They don't care. You know, I mean, come on.
Right, tough. Screw those kids. That's their attitude. And then the parents said, "Look, you cowards, we'll go into school and stop him." But what did the cops do? They drew their guns on the parents to prevent the parents from going to stop the killer. So we could say that the police actually protected the killer, which makes
aiding and abetting
a murder. That's an accomplice to murder. So, and a woman from my church didn't like what I had to say, and she told me on Facebook. She tells me on Facebook, "Well, why don't you go join the police?" I told her I am in the police now. I'm a member of the American People's Police Department. Since they won't do their job, we're all the police now. We're the police.
Hey guys, great to see us. Great to see us, guys.
Same here.
Yeah.
Now, considering the very high volume of ammunition that this punk purchased, for 1 hour, he could have killed every single person in that school, every single person.
Right.
And these cops didn't want to do their job.
They didn't want to do their job. And there's a lot of teachers and school officials that are in trouble too for negligence, leaving the back door open, leaving the classroom door open. He was shooting at the school. He was standing outside shooting rounds at the school. So the whole school was on lockdown. They knew he was outside. But this damn teacher leaves the door unlocked. Probably wanted to go smoke a cigarette. No insult to Colin. And he comes in. That's a violation of the whole safety. What the hell is the use of having self-locking doors if you're going to leave the door open? It's like having the Titanic, but well, I left one of the things open and it sunk. Of course, with the Titanic, they hit an iceberg, but you get the point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. It's like.
It is the biggest. It was really one of the biggest scandals in American history, and it's going to destroy police. They were already under a lot of controversy for the last 2 years, and now this.
Police brutality, just blowing unarmed people away, murdering unarmed people.
It's our children. It's our children.
And now this.
It's hard to stomach.
Now the conservative side is going to tear each other apart because, see, the conservatives are already taking the position, we got to stand by the police. So let's come up with all kind of excuses, and other conservatives like myself, Mr. Right Wing, get it? Are saying, we're saying, oh, hell, no, we stand with the morality faction. We don't do political talking points. Okay, we don't care what Fox News says or George Bush or we are standing for what's right. And if you're gonna take the side of a guy who killed kids and the cops didn't stop him, no, we don't want to hang out with you. You're not part of our faction.
Now, Sid made a clever comment right here. You're right, Sid. They're not shy when it comes to giving writing out tickets.
Yeah, revenue. They're just revenue agents.
No, it's an evil attack on our children, from the womb to the tomb, and taking our most innocent, I have a son, he's 25, so, he's doing his own thing now in life, but I can't even fathom. I can't even fathom. It breaks my heart, actually, and, I'm sure it does everybody. But they, put your children out in the morning, dress them, bathe them, dress them, send them to their school, and some fucking lunatic, excuse my language, some lunatic come in there.
I can imagine that because there are crazy people that do evil things. Okay, that I expect crazy people to do evil things. When somebody's crazy and they're a psychopath.
Yeah, but it's happening too often. It's happening way too often.
I agree. I expect that. But the police are supposed to be fighting the bad guys. Not running away from the bad guys, not being a bunch of cowards who only want to stand around and eat and drink coffee and give out speeding tickets. These people
pull you over for nothing. Yeah, no, I heard what you were saying before. Thankfully, I was invited on, but sit outside the room for like an hour, right? For a whole hour. Well, people are in there, I can't even imagine.
And this was the excuse. Well, the commander decided he didn't think it was a good idea to go in. You're not supposed to follow orders you're not even supposed to follow orders.
Go.
Where is it a good idea to go in? Dunkin' Donuts and stuff your face with donuts and coffee?
That's always a good idea. Most police that I see are looking at their phone all day.
So when a parent sends their children off to school, they're going to be thinking this might be the last time I'm speaking to my children.
They should think that, and they should. And from now on, anytime it happens again, it'll happen again.
Sorry.
There's no way the police are going to be able. There's no way the police are going to be able to barricade the school and tell the parents they can't come in. The parents will engage the police in a gun battle, So they've got the police have to decide what side they're on. I know they want to get their retirement, these government jobs, get all the benefits, I get that. I used to work for the government. I'm a retired teacher. And the guy was making some good comments about teachers. Believe me, I know how the school system is. I work with a lot of these low-lifes.
Yeah, it just brought things back to me. Like you were saying, like my mother taught school for over 30 years, in Ireland, then retired. She's old now. But then I thought about even my ex. She works for Montessori. Where she takes care of like really young kids. And even though she's my ex, my heart was still going out and thinking, I still had, I was just thinking about her and her place of work, and could have been anybody, what I mean? Could have been her, even though she's my ex, like I've said like 3 times already. My heart just was like I sat here in this chair I'm sitting on now, and I just kicked my feet up and I went, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? What the heck?
Yeah, they tell people, well, just call 911 and the police will come. No, they won't. The children were on the phone begging for help and they were just ignoring them, But talking about the teachers, we used to have discipline problems, like all schools have discipline problems with students acting up.
Yeah.
But I used to tell a lot of other teachers, because we'd have a little meeting in the morning. The men teachers, we'd hang out in the classroom and drink coffee for an hour before school started. We started 6 o'clock talking. School didn't start till 7:20 or something. So I used to tell them, I say, half of our discipline problems originate from shrieking middle-aged women.
My
shrieking middle-aged women.
Shrieking middle-aged women who have no life, so they have to be rabble rousers. They have to stir up.
Right. They cause the commotion with the students. Instead of saying, I would say something like, you need to come over here.
A lot of
you need to come like they're screaming at their husband.
A lot of women nowadays, guys, have no respect for men. Because men have been, they've lost their masculinity.
Right.
And a lot of women nowadays have no respect for men at all.
Yeah,
they've been imagine bringing up, unless you're a good stern father, a good strong father in the house, imagine bringing up sons these days. It's not like my grandfather's day. They had 16 of a family, where some of them went off to war, died on the death march, and and buried in Burma, body never brought back. But I can't even imagine some like the kids these days being brought up. It's just it's a clusterfuck. Forgive my language, and it's totally evil.
Yeah, look at the murderer. Look at the murderer in Texas. I have no actual sympathy for him, but I know these people always fit a stereotype, and the stereotype is that they have totally messed up families, a father that was never around, a drug addicted mother, a felon for a grandfather, going from pillar to post, living in a different house every month, no sense of security. So he probably sits at home, plays video games all day long.
I Bart.
Got no friends at school, and if he does have friends, they're probably like derelicts like himself. And so he was miserable. So he figured, and what's the old expression? Misery loves company. So he's angry because all the children at school have families that love them. So he says, I'll make everybody suffer.
Yeah, but misery likes company. But the thing is that, all right, his problems to end up taking innocent lives, that's the ultimate in selfishness. I mean, the person has no matter how bad their life was, they have no right to hurt.
Well, of course not, but that's not the way they think in their deranged mind. And he probably took a lot of chemical. He was probably taking a lot of drugs and everything himself. So probably,
exactly, brother. And you know what? You see anybody that's in that type of lifestyle, they open the door wide. They diabolical influence, because the devil never sleeps, takes lunch break, never takes a.
They're probably listening to satanic music, heavy metal satanic music, playing video games where they kill people all day long.
Yeah, you're totally correct. And you know what? Although a lot of people don't really like to hear that, that's the depth of the whole situation. It's not somebody going in there filled with the joy, of God or the Lord, and and goes in and do something like that there.
No.
whether you're religious or not, it's they're not filled with the Holy Spirit when they go in and do something like that there. They're filled with a demon. It's a demon that's taken over their mind, and that's
a lot of this music and stuff has demonic influence, you see.
Yeah.
And you see, I used to teach psychology for 14 years. And here's the thing we would talk about. These people that run these music companies, most of them have names that end in like Steen and Berg. They say, oh, let me tell you, that music doesn't hurt anybody. Nobody's going to listen to this music and go crazy and kill people. It doesn't affect people. It's just music. That's true. A normal person that listens to this stuff, they just listen to it.
Yeah, but it's very angry. It's very angry music.
Well, right. That's not the problem. That's not the problem, you see. But the deranged people that listen to the music and play the video games, it does affect them.
Yeah.
Because these psychologists have done studies of disturbed children, and they take them in a room where they have a hidden camera, and they tell the kid, look, you can watch whatever you like on TV, and I'm going to go do some things. And the kid, they might have 50 channels. But guess what channels the kid is going to watch? Not Strawberry Shortcake. They're going to turn to, Death Roll 15 and all. They gravitate toward that. And so these people that sell these records, these recordings, music recording, and these video games, they know what they're participating in the evil. But like James said, they only care about the money. They don't care,
Yeah, no, right enough, Jim.
Yeah, well, they're not going to be watching SpongeBob SquarePants. That's that's for sure.
Yeah, right.
And, they become sociopaths. If they feel no remorse at all for what they do.
It's scary. It's like the Kamala Harris, sociopath. You know what I mean? You just know these people. And You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not a big religious guy, but I kind of, you know, thankfully I'm in tune, like you guys, you know, with what's going on. But a lot of these people, like who are sociopaths and this and that, the other, they suffer from what's called perfect possession. Doesn't mean they're doing a Linda Blair, you know, the exorcist, that they're throwing up green pea soup, whatever. But they suffer perfect possession where they're in cahoots with the evil. And it doesn't fathom them. It doesn't fathom, you know, they can just go
Right,
about
like
life every day.
in The Exorcist, the child was a victim.
Right.
See, these people are willing participants. They're like in league with the devil. They're not possessed by the devil, really. They're in league with the devil.
Well,
And exactly, right, and exactly, that's where it's called perfect possession. They're not showing any signs. They're not showing any signs. There's a guy, oh, he's dead now. His name is Malachi Martin. He used to talk about this. And yeah, he used to talk about this a lot. And he said he came across some people sometimes, you know, I think it was Art Bell. I asked him, you know, he was on the Coast to Coast channel one night, and he says, how can you describe perfect possession? He says, well, you can't really, but he says, you know, he was a former, you know, he was a former priest, pastor, you know, back in the day. And he said, you get in their company, but he said there's always a moment where you'll see something in the character and the demeanor of the person that'll just like click, even for a slight second. And he says, then you can see it. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Yes, and I think a lot of politicians probably show that demeanor.
Absolutely.
Whether they're Republicans or Democrats.
I think it's very possible that, you know, I mean, the demon is, many of them are, I know they have ranks just like angels. Many of them are super highly intelligent and and possibly tens of thousands of years old, if not more. And they,
James.
Yeah, well, they were from before the earth was created.
Yeah, from the fall.
Yeah,
you know?
Jerry Greatens, thank you very much for your kind words. What I'm saying is, instead of making it obvious, so the parents contact the archdiocese and have it investigated for possible exorcism, the demon probably does it in a very subtle, sneaky way, slowly, coercing the person.
Very true. Yeah.
Over to evil.
Yeah. Now this young man here, he was showing all the signs, you know, like he was cutting himself and doing all kinds of self-destructive things. So, but I bet you right now, that school knew about him for years, and they have files on him, and they tried, and they just didn't want to do anything. Because I worked, like I told you, I worked in the school system. They would cover stuff up so much where I worked. I mean, that was their whole life. Not to say, let me deal with the problem, but let me make sure that the community doesn't know about the problem, because it'll look bad. You know, believe me. I used to call them careerists. I could not stand working for an administrator who was a careerist.
Yeah.
They'll throw anybody under the bus to save their own career. These people, and they were like, you know, they would say, I'm with you, teachers. We're all a family. And I'd say to myself, I bet we are.
Yeah, you know bullshit when you hear it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's a gift to be able to realize it. Absolutely. I'm with you 100. I'm with these.
I kept quiet, and I just counted down the days till I could say, bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Just kept my cool, kept quiet.
And
got out. 10 years ago this month, James. In college, it's been 10 years this month.
Oh, it's your 10-year anniversary
of retiring
from teachers. Yeah, you don't want the students of today, that's for sure.
I can't even imagine.
I started out. I was able to retire so young because I started out so young. I started teaching when I was 21.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so you were a smart, matured young man. You have maturity at a young age.
Well, I don't know about all the maturity, but maybe a little bit more. But I had some maturity in the sense that I had set some goals, and I followed them, and so I realized that you could retire from teaching, and it didn't matter about your age; it was just the years of service. So I said, well, heck, I'm going to start as soon as possible, and then I'll get my service. So I started at 21, and then I was able to get out at 44.
Fair play. Fair play.
My fifth grade English teacher, Mrs. D. Ritter, was way ahead of her time. She had an electronic device where if the kids would start acting up, instead of her raising her voice and straining her voice, she would turn it on and it would give out a sound frequency that would cause pain in their eardrums. She would go, you
know what I would do? I would go to the chalkboard and put my fingernails on the top of the chalkboard.
Do the jaws.
And I would scratch my fingernails down the chalkboard from the top to the bottom. And then I would tell the students, you want me to do it again? No. So and I got this. I got 2 of these while I was teaching.
Apples. Gold apples.
Nice.
That was given to me by the school system as like Teacher of the Year award.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. No.
My mother gave me a big bottle of perfume to give my second and third grade teacher, first day in school, homeroom teacher, and she got excited. Teacher made a big fuss over me. I know my mother was smart to do that.
Right.
It's bribery, I know.
They had some teachers there. They had some teachers I worked with. I wouldn't mind giving some perfume to.
Nobody's ever given me this before. You were such a wonderful little boy. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh gosh. That's crazy.
I'll tell you what though, guys. I saw a lot of male teachers go down the drain at the school system because of getting set up by these girls. My grandmother would take up for the teachers. She would say, those girls know what they're doing.
Yeah.
My grandmother said, those girls are aggressive. We had girls. I don't know if I should say this on your channel.
No, you can say anything you want on my show.
So they had these girls at high school. They might be 16, 17. But they look like they're 26 or 27.
But they acted like Mae West, pretty much.
And
do you know what? Your grandmother was a wise woman, a very wise woman.
So they're fit. She used to always say that the women instigated these things and were the aggressor. That's what she would say. She was born in 1920. So I used to watch. I'd be watching. And these girls, they might have a physical appearance that looked like they were 26 or 27, not 16 or 17.
So they batted their eyelashes at the teacher.
So you'd have a male teacher. He might be like 25, 26, 30 years old. And these girls, I would just watch, and I'd say, danger, danger, danger. I'm saying it to myself, danger, danger, danger.
Will
So
Robinson.
they went up to the teacher in the hallway. Hey, Mr. Bones. And I'm watching, I'm saying, boy, you're getting set up. You're getting set up, But then they can't resist. They couldn't resist, And I'd say, what happened to that teacher? Well, something happened.
Well, my high school gym teacher, Mr. Tuminelli, was fired and arrested because the girl was doing that with him, and he, her the succubus there succeeded, and Mr. Tuminelli he wasn't thinking with his head that was on his shoulders, and he got somebody blew the whistle. Usually the young people are the blabbermouths. They brag.
Yeah, what happens is they do this, and then the girls, I don't know what the men are thinking, because the girls go tell everybody.
Oh,
They tell
girls
all their
are the
friends.
first ones, yeah.
Kiss and tell, they tell everybody, and so then it's not too long, and they finish.
Yeah. Hey, guess who I went out on a date with? Guess who I actually fooled around with? Mr. So-and-so, the gym teacher. And then one word go, and then the parents hear it. The parents pick up the phone, boop, and then all chaos.
Yeah, so many were tarnished and even went to jail. You know what I mean? It's like crazy. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if any of them went to jail or where I work, but you never saw them again. You know.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
our school, I think our school system was more worried about the male teacher that was like, "Okay, boys, let's learn about math and go camping."
Oh my gosh.
Like, well, why is the math teacher trying to take the boys camping? You know, like, what does that have to do with math? Let's come over to my house and we'll have drinks and play. We could play
Twister.
Twister and have some gin.
That's
Twister.
You know,
Twister.
Remember Twister?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
people
that
say
game.
the stereotypes are true. They love to go after those young boys.
Yeah, it's
You mean Mambla? Like Mambla, the man,
Boy, my mom.
Association.
My mother, who died at 36 years old, which is terrible. She died on my birthday. Died on my birthday when I was 16.
36.
God rest her. God rest her. 36. Wow, that was young. Wow.
Very young.
Got sick and died. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, she used to call them chicken hawks.
Like Foghorn Leghorn cartoon chicken hawks.
She would actually read about that. She would read about it in the paper and how they would try to recruit young boys. You know, the chicken hawks. She called them chicken hawks, but she hated them, boy. She kept her eye on them. And I had a good history.
So the gay pedophiles were around for quite some time. Well, look at the cabin boys. They're in the British Navy, right? They had the cabin boys.
Yeah, that's right.
And Rome, with Caligula and all the crazy stuff they did back then.
Oh yeah, they were around. They've been around since the beginning. But my mother kept her eye on them.
Sodomy was rampant in the days of Rome. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
The cabin boy. I mean the British monarchy, and including the parents, would probably raise holy hell if the sailor says we want to bring a younger female aboard the ship. It's not going to happen. There's no way it's going to happen.
Yeah, I can't even imagine those ships that sailing out, sailing the seven seas, heading to the new world, explorers, everybody thinks, oh yeah, you just got to fight the waves, this, that, and the other. Who knows what some of those young folks were going through, But back in those days,
there was no canals anywhere. There was no Panama Canal, Suez Canal. They had to go around the Horn of South America.
That's why Great Britain and France. That's why Great Britain and France took over Egypt, because they wanted to build that canal. But remember what Archie Bunker said about England.
Archie Bunker. What did he say?
Yeah, you remember that? He said, well, remember Roger, who took the photos, and he was Mike's friend. And Archie said, oh, Roger. And then Mike got mad, and Archie said, well, he said, England is a blank country. And Mike said, what? He said, you know how they are with their little umbrellas. And
yeah.
I'm not going to say it on the because I don't want your hangout to get tagged. But
Their ascot hats and everything else. Yeah.
Well, they wore top hats and derbies, right? And they had they were usually the men wore very dark colors, and they had the matching umbrella. As far as I remember from the movies, but that was the style back then. But then again, it rains a lot.
But
James,
if you could kill the audio for a second, I'll tell you what he actually said, but I can't say it on air.
Go ahead.
Still going strong, almost 10 years. Dollar Trees.
That's
I'm waiting for the Fiesta plates and bowls to come in. It's been a long time. I want to get the whole set.
Oh, that Dollar Tree. Oh, well, anyway, we know what Archie said about England. But anyway, that Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
That Dollar Tree cologne that we bought. A local grocery store here has that same cologne, but they want $7 for it.
Wait, you mean Florida water?
Yeah, $7.
The one with the turn of the century woman on the label?
Yeah.
I got like a dozen of them, right? $7?
A local grocery store here selling it for $7 a bottle.
But they cost me $1 each. Not from the Dollar Tree, from the Dollar Zone, which is
it's similar to Dollar Tree, but you can go to a local store here and get that same bottle for $7.
For $7 for Florida water. And you know how many compliments I got about that scent, and they had no idea what it was or that I only paid $1 each for it.
You can't beat that. Yeah, $1 each. You can't beat it.
But it really is very nice smelling.
Yeah, I love my colognes. You know, yeah, I'm a big cologne guy myself.
I got the lavender.
I wish I could find somebody to smell or some lady to smell it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I'm working on that project myself.
Me too. I'm divorced.
Yeah, well,
unfortunately,
Crusty Crawdad Distillery. So anyway,
I'm finished off. Colin, I'm finishing off this can. That's it.
What you got? Oh, the bull.
Well, it's not just the bull. It's used to be called something else, but now it's called the Bold Lager.
Bold Lager. Nice.
It's coming in at 5.9. I bought this in Western Louisiana because I can't get it around here. But I went on a road trip to Texas. Remember, their state motto is "We stand around." No, I mean we stand by while the children cry and die. But this is I bought this in Louisiana on the way to Texas. So,
well, you know what, brother? Cheers, brothers. Yeah.
Cheers to you. I got something that I think I would like quite a bit for this Wednesday, for Joker's Wild Wednesday, starting at 7:20 or 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Ronald's channel, Ronald's YouTube channel, and I have to go find something for Fandango, which is it's more of a challenge because there's only so many liqueurs. And
you don't have the plethora that I have.
I don't have the cornucopia of hooch like you do in Louisiana. I mean, Ronald not only has the plethora, but he has the pricera. He has the discountera. He gets the biggest discounts of anybody I know.
You want to see some recent deals?
Yes, I do.
That's right.
I do, because I want to see everybody get burnt up when they watch the show.
Oh man.
I know Eric used to get so upset. Ronald's always showing his discounts.
All right. Well, aside from the party bucket, and James knows I got all those deals super cheap, and I got a whole bucket full of 20 liqueurs and liquors. Here's something I bought a week ago.
Oh, gee.
coffee.
Wow, coffee liquor. Oh, and a different company, and the alcohol by volume was, I think I saw it. Hold on.
J branded.
Oh, really?
It's kind of blurry. The alcohol is 15%, 30 proof. J. Brandt coffee liqueur, full size bottle, not a mini bottle.
J brand.
So that's the American Caucasian brand of Kahlua. That is the American Kahlua.
Yeah, it's bottled in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh,
I paid $4.99 for this bottle.
are you serious? Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Man.
You know what I bet would be awesome if you got some good coffee ice cream and you put that in a blender with milk and coffee ice cream and you made a coffee milkshake with that.
Oh, you might be right.
I bet that would be.
Hey guys, what do you guys think about this bullshit that's going on in Fairfax at the moment with the what do you call him? That actor, John Depp.
Oh, Johnny Depp. I don't know. I think the guy had a lot of drug and alcohol problems. He got himself in trouble a lot over the years.
Right. Yeah. Oh wow, look at that.
I'll show you. This will be the last one. I'm not going to keep it. I got this one. This is from everybody's favorite United Kingdom.
Very nice. Pipers.
100 Piper Scotch, introduced in 1965. And this is a full-size bottle. And
nice.
This liquid cost me $3.98. $3.98.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Wow. That's
incredible.
Yeah. That's like for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Johnny Depp, yeah, he had a history of drug and alcohol addiction. So you do that kind of stuff, you're gonna get in a lot of trouble.
I thought Johnny Depp moving to France was his way of getting away from all the riffraff, but he became one of the riffraff.
He became one of the riffraff, and his problem was he was dealing with a lot of opiates. And man, when you start messing with opiates,
yeah. Not that I have, but I've done. I lived my younger life. You know what I mean, but I've never done any opiates or anything. But I dabbled in stuff when I was younger. But not that intense. Which is like
Johnny Depp really loved Amsterdam.
Well, yeah, probably. Yeah. He loved the coffee shops. Probably.
They got they got shops for every sin imaginable there.
Oh, unbelievable. No, but what really kicks me off is, you get these guys up there and they're in Fairfax County in Virginia, which is not too far from me. And they get this case that's been going on for 6 weeks. I haven't watched it. I've just, obviously everybody's heard about it, but these people are millionaires, millionaires. While some people can't even, put a dinner on the table or struggling to pay their next mortgage bill or their next rent bill, and these guys, are down here squabbling it out, for, my opinion is fuck them, fuck them, and then when I hear about, people paying like $30,000, just to come up and have like a week in the courtroom and sit and listen, where's the world gone to?
Why are people fascinated about this ridiculous trial?
Exactly. And for me, I go, what the fuck?
Because it's a celebrity. Because people have no lives. They have to.
When you hear the guy talk, he talks like he's drunk while he's on the stand, like he's high on oatmeal.
He talks like he's got like oatmeal in his mouth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This guy looks like Judy Garland in 1969, right before they found her dead in the bathroom. I watched some Judy Garland interviews right before she died.
Yeah.
I said, boy, this woman here was strung out on every pill you ever could get your hands on. But she was still intelligent. It's interesting to watch those videos because she was like on Dick Cavett's show. She was obviously on cloud 15. but she could still like explain things pretty well. And there's another person that was a victim of childhood abuse, to say the least.
Well,
and you know, just going back to go back to Judy Garland too. You know when you saw her in that 1930s movie, you know, and then she had a great voice. You know, well, everybody's got their different styles of music, but back in the old days, she sang that song "Over the Rainbow."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And others have done it as well.
Yeah, you know what happened to Judy Garland? When she was young and she first broke into the business, became famous.
Mm-hmm.
They pushed her too hard and they booked her solid, just like so-called Colonel Parker did with Elvis Presley. Booked her, like she had to take pills to keep from falling asleep, passing out.
Yeah, her own mother was giving her stimulants, and then Warner or MGM or Warner Brothers, one of them was giving her stimulants and doing all who knows what else they were doing to her. Yeah. So by the time she was 49 years old, she was a total wreck, and she died at 49.
Yeah. And I mean, these people need a hiatus. They need to rest like any other human being.
Right. Yeah. Colonel Parker, that's not his real name. He was an illegal alien, actually, from the Netherlands.
Oh, wow.
Who left the Netherlands and perhaps to escape a murder charge. Mm-hmm. He decided he was now Colonel Tom Parker of Shreveport, Louisiana. But I think his name was like Andreas Vandermeer from the Netherlands. But that's why Elvis never went on tour to foreign countries, because Parker was scared that if he left the country to go support the tour, he wouldn't be able to get back in. He might get arrested by Interpol, But James is right. Colonel Parker had Elvis Presley doing 2 shows every day, an 8:00 p.m. show and a midnight show every day for years, like 7-8 years straight.
I can't even imagine that, especially the energy that Elvis used to put out, and I didn't know that.
That's not counting movies he did.
Yeah, when he was in Las Vegas, when he did the Las Vegas thing from 1969 to 76, he was doing 2 shows a day.
Yeah, sweating like a wild boar.
2. Now, who in the world can do an 8:00 show and a midnight show?
Wearing that black leather jumpsuit. Remember that?
For weeks. Yeah, and then he wore that those polyester fancy suits. But you do that for weeks. Yeah. That's going to grind you down. It's going to grind you down. You're gonna break.
Yeah. You sweat bullets in that damn thing.
I can't even imagine it. In my mediocre time when I used to play even in the bars, they used to say 4 hours. I said, no, I'm not doing 4 hours. I'll do 3 with 2 15-minute breaks. And that's my mediocre, what I used to do. So just elaborating on what you just said, I can't again, I'll use the word again, I can't even fathom it. You know what I mean? It's like nuts. It's crazy, Yeah,
and then he couldn't get to sleep at night after the show. You get back to the hotel, it's 2 a.m. You can't get to sleep because you're all worked up. So then you go to sleep. Finally, you got to take pills to go to sleep.
Yeah.
They're waking you up. Get up. You got to go rehearse. We got to go to this press conference. So you just running like a top. They're spinning you like a top.
Yeah.
They're shucking you like an oyster, stewing you like, shucking you like corn,
Yeah, pretty much. It's crazy.
Maybe they did the same thing to Miley Cyrus, but from the time she was Hannah Montana, on the Nickelodeon or something. But what channel?
Yeah, but I think the Disney people, they mess around with those kids.
Disney are fucked. Disney are.
Every one of those kids came out of the Mickey Mouse Club or messed up in the head. There's something wrong with them. They're like all really weird sexual stuff. Something happened to those kids.
Yeah, they were all abused. Going back it. Yeah.
And
You know?
and they have they put on the facade of this wholesomeness, family value image. It's total nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of perverts out there. You know, I have no time for Hollywood at all. No.
And her
Zero.
father is
Zero.
supposed to be a born again Christian, right? Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
Where was he when all this was happening to his daughter?
He's probably on the coke or something. Who knows?
Probably sold her out like those.
Yeah, they're out there. They're out there snorting the playing in the snow and doing the boot scoot boogie. You know.
Yeah, they sold out his daughter like the fathers in the country of Thailand that sell out their daughters, because they're so poor and they have so many kids. They sell their daughters to prostitution rings.
Mm-hmm.
Do that in Africa. Do that in Africa too. Sell them into slavery.
Yeah. God bless you, Colin. I think you sneezed.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, but no, that's they do that in Africa also. Yeah, pretty sad.
Yeah. They sell off the daughters.
Oh yeah,
because they got no money.
James, I better get going. And Colin, it was nice seeing you again. I better get going because Orangey is going to want to get fed. And she's
well, my Peter's banded skink lizard is in the process of molting now, so I've been spraying it with water because they need a lot of humidity and moisture when a reptile molts.
Right.
Reptiles, not invertebrates, but yeah.
I looked out while we were having discussion. I looked out the back door, and Orangey was on the back chair, knocked out.
Orangey saying, "Hey, if I had to rely on you anymore, I would die of starvation."
But I looked out the back window just a few minutes ago, and there was no food in the bowl. I said, "Oh, she's going to be wanting her food," you know.
Yeah, well, brother, you gotta get out there and give her a feed.
I don't understand why she wrecks your place, though. She starts knocking things over, and well, she's the pharaoh.
This is what she's wild. This is what I buy for her to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The huge, 24-pound bag. But I get it at Dollar General, and it's coming from a company in Alabama called Heartland Farms, and it's made for outside cats. But boy, I tell you, she loves this food. I mean, she just loves it. She loves it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fatten her up, and you know who else loves it too? The critters in the area.
Unfortunately, the raccoon loves it, and he tries to eat half of it.
I saw the cane toads, videos of the cane toads in South Florida, which are really they're invasive from South America. They were going in people's yards on their porch, eating the dog and cat food right out of the bowl.
Oh yeah.
James, I wish you could come to my house and hear these big frogs that are behind my house. They call to each other all night long. They call to each other all night. Yeah.
Listen, we have. Before you go, promo Joker's Wild Wednesday from Ronald J. Terrio's.
So you're going to be on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Shillelagh? I see you got your shillelagh.
Joker's Jordy, where the hell are you? Are you too drunk, Jordy? Where the hell are you?
We usually go every Wednesday about 7:20 Eastern, and
all right.
We usually have themes. We typically have themes, and a lot of times James can't get the beers for the theme, or he's not interested in the beer. But when we do Joker's Wild Wednesday, he likes to join with an interesting product. Now on Friday at 6:30 Eastern, for about an hour, 30 minutes or an hour, we'll do a Fandango Friday where we do liquors and liqueurs. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have a hard liquor, you're welcome. It doesn't have to be a liqueur.
Gosh.
Well, it's not 30 minutes. It's an hour show, Fandango.
Right.
Yeah. It's usually about an hour. Yeah.
30 minutes is when somebody wants to debate you. You offered them to come on.
Well, I mean, I've had 30-minute shows where not too many people showed up and it just went quick. But usually it's an hour. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Oh, and his solo reviews are also very good. Just like with Eric Fraunfelter, he's got good solo reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would love to get in the chat and maybe join in.
Join, but don't. But if you feel uncomfortable with liquor and liqueur, just skip it because liquor and liqueur can get people in trouble. It's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
You gotta watch that. You gotta watch that.
I mean, Ronald, I think has a bigger collection than even the Whiskey Scout from Canada.
I don't know about that.
Well, pretty close.
Yeah, it's getting big.
But the Fandango, I always try to look for the little airline bottles. They're easy.
Mm-hmm. So is that James? That's going to be on this channel or
no? His. Subscribe to me and Ronald. It'll be, what is it, Ronald Terrio, or is it just Flagstaff or what?
No, Ronald J. My nickname J. Terrio, Theriot. Looks like the Riot. My last name is spelled the Riot, but it's it's French.
Somebody stick it in the private chat, and I'll subscribe to that right away. Because I'd be totally.
If you get on Google and you type in Louisiana beer reviews and check on like videos or images, my face is going to show up because I usually use that title, Louisiana beer reviews. You'll see me. Because I've been doing it for 12 years. You're going to see me.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I would love to. Yeah, there we go. There.
Yeah, just do a search on Google, and on Progressive Discussions.
Okay.
I've been putting just to make life easy, but a lot of people don't see it for some reason. I've been putting the StreamYard link in the comments section,
right?
Just like Ronald does, just to make life easy. And then people say, "Where's your show? Where's your link? Where's your show? Where's your link?"
Wait. When I was watching this hangout and Jason was showing the casino, which I liked, I went to the very top of the chat and it would only let me go up so far, and I could not get to the original beginning, and so I could not find the link.
That geek that owns StreamYard, all these geeks, I can't stand them. It won't let you scroll all the way.
It would not let me go back to the original chat. Or the early chat. It only brought me back so long, and then I couldn't get it.
Okay, so what I have to do, because of the geek, I have to periodically, when somebody wants to come on,
like say every hour or every third. Okay, I posted my channel in the private chat, which is just my name, Ronald J. Terry. But
Gotcha.
So, all right, well, let me go see what the baby wants.
See what the baby
wants. All right, Ron.
Take care. Nice great having you.
All right, cheers, bro.
Yeah, that casino, that was beautiful. I'm happy that Jason.
I'd love to go to that.
I'm happy that Jason showed that. Yeah, I know you missed it, Colin, but Jason Cleveland's in Las Vegas, and he gave us a tour of the MGM Grand Hotel, and it was very impressive.
Jason's he's a good chap. He's a good fella. Yeah, Jason.
I mean, to say the least, it was extremely beautiful, impressive. The bars, the lights, the artistic things they had there, the restaurants, the buffet, which is my favorite.
Is he down there now, James? Is he down like Jason? Is he down there on like vacation?
Yeah. I think he's been there since. I think he's there. He went the end of last week. So for the Memorial Day weekend holiday, he's going back to Seattle tomorrow morning, I believe. So today's his last day there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's nice. I met Jason probably a while back, probably maybe a year ago. Just met him on a live chat one time, and he was telling me he spent a bit of time in Ireland, and that years ago.
I think he lived there for 2 years, I think.
Yeah, and well, he's a great guy.
Yeah, I wonder what he was doing there for 2 years. I mean,
right.
I mean,
he was drinking Guinness and eating.
He's got a really good job. He's very well educated, and he's got a lovely home in Seattle. I mean, what's cool about the Pacific Northwest is they're very progressive.
Right.
He showed me all the marijuana dispensaries over there, and there's tons of them. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, let me give this guy a spin. This is let's see what happens. Well, I always used to think that certain people that weren't friendly stood in cliques, but when you think about it, everything forms a clique. I can't really blame it. I mean, animals form cliques, birds of a feather. Kids do. It's just human nature, I guess. I mean,
cliques, James. It's I guess it's in all, for my thoughts, I guess it's in all like levels of life, but I think it gets even tougher, the more blue collar jobs that you have to do, when you start getting cliques and those type of areas, that's where I found it really difficult, especially when I first moved to the United States, you know what I mean? Because, you got to start off from you got to work your way. You know what I mean? It's like all our ancestors, they all had to start somewhere.
Well, the negative part of a clique is when they refuse to bring anyone else in, like anyone new. They don't try to make new friends and bring others in.
Absolutely. It's like, the cliques that I experienced, especially in my days working on commission, you were in a company, maybe you were there, you just started. And even if you were there 2 years, but there's been guys there for 20 years. So you're working on commission and, the clique comes, the reference to the word clique comes about, they're hardly going to give the new guy all the good jobs. You know what I mean? They give it to the guy that's been in there for a long time. You know what I mean?
Seniority gets it.
Yeah, exactly. Let me grab it.
So
go ahead. No, I'm here.
So these people are very exclusive and not inclusive, but they show favoritism like office politics, and they give the high seniority people all the good assignments. They
give them all the money, all about the LSD, Yeah. No, I've experienced that a lot of times, but no, it's an interesting word. I haven't heard
that ridiculous saying that companies are too big to fail is crap. If they put themselves in that position, it's only their fault that they're on the verge of bankruptcy. And you know what? That's capitalism. That's supposed to be the nature of competition. That's the way the crab cake crumbles. And I wouldn't. I think the middle class and the poor, but mostly I think the middle class should be the little guy should be bailed out, not the fat cats. That's my take on it.
No, I can't disagree with you. You know, it's yeah. You know, you get all these guys. You know, if anytime anything goes wrong, you know, and you know, government workers or you know, middle class or the blue collar workers, they're not getting paid. But who's getting paid? Who's getting paid? Those guys sitting in Capitol Hill, you know.
You mean the paper pushers, the CEOs that have a golden parachute?
Yeah, yeah.
They not the people, not the employees who make the profit for the corporation.
Yeah, you know, they'll still be getting paid. You know, when you had that Wuhan virus that came in, you know, you know, a lot of guys were out of work. Sure, some you know, some people were getting paid, but a lot of the lower end of the scale were not getting paid. You know what I mean? They were out of work, and but all the fat cats, just like you know, rephrasing just what you said, they're all sitting there. You know, hey, they ain't got a care in the world. You know, they're not paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? They're not like, you know, trying to put the dinner on the table, you know, for their family.
It's not their problem. If it's not their problem, they don't care.
Yeah, but all those fat cats can get up and they can dictate, you know, what goes here, what goes there, what goes there, because their bank account, you know, every whatever it is, every week, every 2 weeks, or if it's monthly, you know what I mean? They're stocked up all the time, you know. You know, they don't have to worry about the price of gas, you know. You know, it's the ordinary Joe, the ordinary Joe, you know, like us, you know. Hey, Jordy.
Hey, Jordy.
You know,
Hello. How are you doing?
we gotta fight the battle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really, but the middle class is shrinking all over the world. I hear, you know, the middle class is just shrinking, and it's going to be like the old days of imperialism, the monarchy.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I heard that, like the King of England, like if you had, like everything belonged to the king. If you shot a deer in the forest, it was it's the king's deer because it's the king's forest.
Yeah.
You know, and you can only you couldn't, like, absolutely everything belonged to the king. And
yeah, and if you were from Scotland or if you were from Ireland back in those days, the soldiers they came and they even took your wives. You know, if there was say somebody was due to be married, you know, look at that movie, Braveheart, right? There's a scene in that movie where he marries his wife secretly, secretly in the forest at night, and that there's a purpose in that. It's because, just like I said, because the English, the lords or the soldiers would have come in, and they, instead of the man consecrating is you know, the wedding, the lord would have come, or the soldier would have come in and done it before the man could consecrate the actual marriage. So that's why they've done it in secret, and that's fucked up. But it's true. It's history. It's history. It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, very
yeah, Jordy. Yeah, brother. Yeah.
And you can only grow your own food on your own immediate property. Like you couldn't have like a commercial fishing industry in Ireland, or cattle, or, you know, like you could have livestock, but it had to only be on your property, on your.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. James, Jordy, as you guys know, when you look back, obviously there was a famine in Ireland in 1847, right? But Ireland, who's talking? Ireland was producing livestock, crops, this, that, or the other. But all the people were pushed to the west coast, facing America. And on the west coast of Ireland, it's so beautiful if you ever visit it, but it's full of rocks. It's mountains and valleys.
Very rocky beach, right?
Yeah, there's no farmland. So all the Irish, with Oliver Cromwell, were pushed to the west, and 2 million died in a famine. I've been in America now for many, many years, but just going back to what I said, there used to be the population of Ireland used to be 9 million. Now it's only 5.
Wow.
And that's going through the years. Obviously immigration, this, that, and the other, but an estimated 2 million plus died in that small island, which you could fit inside Lake Superior.
Wow. Really? In other words, you could drop it in Lake Superior.
Yeah, you could just drop it in there. Yeah. An estimated probably a little more, 2 million died in that famine.
Well, they say that England is about the size of the state of Connecticut.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now the what people don't realize is the potato succeeded in Northern Europe in general, but the potato was brought over from the New World. The Incas in the South America and the Andes Mountain, they grew potato in the Andes Mountains.
Yep.
Where it's cool. It doesn't get really hot up there.
Mm-hmm.
The Incas are the original ones that grew potatoes, and they come in all different colors.
Yeah, I love the purple ones.
Yeah, they got purple ones, they got little gold ones, they got a little red one, you name it. And they brought it over to where they can grow it, Northern Europe.
Yeah.
And
potatoes.
To Ireland, Scotland, or whatever, and it grew underground, so it was kind of immune to certain diseases of crops, but and of course it's cheap, it's easy to grow, it's cheap, so the poor can do it, all different things with it.
James, I'd be lost without Jordy. James, I'd be lost without my potatoes. Oh my gosh.
Well, I made what the hell did I have yesterday? Oh, I made like a 8-ounce Black Angus cheeseburger.
Nice.
And I took the Idaho russets, the baking potatoes. I peeled it really good. I put it in a stainless steel bowl and in my Chinese steam pot I put all the seasoning in the bowl and extra virgin olive oil, and I put all kinds of good Himalayan pink salt, black pepper.
Nice.
So it steamed in the pot very quickly, and then I smashed it. I whipped it up, and I made mashed potatoes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, all I needed are those banger sausages.
Ah.
Which I don't know why this company in the United States that makes great sausages of all kinds, why do they only sell the Irish bangers from this company in around St. Patrick's Day? Why can't they put it out all year?
Right.
Whole Foods. It's called North Country Smoke. Wait a minute, North Country whatever. It's from New Hampshire, and they make pretty damn good everything they make. They use quality pork. And the banger sausages, when they came out, I had to buy like a dozen of them and put them in the freezer, open them up and put them in the freezer, because after St. Patrick's Day, No more.
Yeah. No, they're gone.
Yeah, but they're really tasty. I don't know what, the procedure.
Yeah.
They're really tasty.
Yeah. What I do now, I just buy the bratwursts, just the original bratwurst, Johnsonville, I think it is.
Yeah, if you have an Aldi's, they have a really good.
Oh yeah.
They have a really good bratwurst, a lot cheaper than Johnsonville's.
Oh really? Aldi's?
Oh yeah.
I gotta check it out. There's an Aldi's right beside. I pass it every day. I haven't went in there yet. It just opened.
They have the smoked ones and they have the raw one. But get the raw one. Well, get them both really if you want. But
all right, I'm gonna check it out. And we'll talk about it next week. I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah.
I pass that place. It just opens, as I said. I pass it every other day, depending on what route I have for work. And yeah.
Well, you got to bring your own bag. So if you have a duffel bag, like with if you have, I like to bring the duffel bag with the shoulder strap.
Right.
It's easy for me. I don't have to carry it by hand. I just put the strap around over my shoulder, and that's it. And yeah. Other than that, they got really great prices. You'll find out once you go there.
I'm gonna take out recommendation.
Yeah, you won't be sorry when you go to the shop, really. Yeah. But let me, if you guys want to laugh, I got something. Let me see if I still got it. Okay, this will make you laugh. I think they're horrible people, but I find it very funny watching the videos with these crooked preachers, these TV evangelists.
Like what do you call your guy? Joel? What do you call the guy with the shiny teeth?
There's Benny Hinn. There's Copeland is a lunatic. He's the worst.
Benny Hinn. Yeah, Benny Hinn, James, and then you have Joel Osteen. That's who I'm thinking of.
Joel Osteen and Copeland and
they're full of shite.
They're horrible.
Yeah, and they get their private planes and everything else.
Yeah, they have
millionaires. They made millions out of these fucking suckers. Lambs. Talk about lambs to the slaughter. Sorry, go ahead.
Copeland said that God gave him an order and said he needs to have more than one private jet.
Oh, jeez.
You believe
that? God. Fucking hell.
Oh, dear Lord of mercy.
I had young Carlos who's been driving me around, brought me from the airport. He said, Brother Shambach, what's the greatest miracle you ever saw? I said, do you got 3 hours? And I gave him the short version of it. And this is when I believe that God opened the veil and allowed me to look into the future. We were in Birmingham, Alabama, when I was with Brother Allen, and a woman brought a little boy in 4 years of age who was born with 26 diseases.
26 diseases.
He had no male organs on his body. He was born blind and deaf and dumb. His tongue hanged out of his mouth and lay on his chin. Both arms and legs were twisted together and matted together. The elbows penetrated into his little tummy. His knees touched the elbows and he had no feet. Clubs. You don't put shoes on clubs. You put shoes on feet. Mother brought that child in. I wrote the card out. I gave it to her in the afternoon service. I was preaching faith, and she was there all week long. But the card was never called. Sometimes we get in too big of a hurry. We run into church, quick preacher, lay hands on me. Bible says lay hands suddenly on no man. Some people need to sit down and hear the word of God preached. And they need to get those preconceived opinions and them doctrines of devils that they have in their brain. And they need to hear the unadulterated word of God, that God's not dead, but he's alive. And he's the same today as he was yesterday. That woman sat there with that boy 3 services a day. She came from another city like you did.
Isn't the old organ?
The following
Back.
Sunday, she came after I preached
the
in the
organist.
afternoon. She said, Brother Shambuck, I run out of money. Have you ever been there? She said, my boy hadn't been prayed for yet.
They should use a harpsichord.
I said, I refuse to apologize for the Holy Ghost.
Or a calliope.
The Holy Ghost
from the
used Brother
carnival.
Allen in a different way. And every night he would minister, but it was in a different vein, and he didn't call the prayer card. She said, I've been staying in the hotel. I've been eating in restaurants.
The harp.
I've been giving in the offering 3 times a day, and I'm down to my last $20. I've got to go home tonight. Can you do something? I said, I can do one thing. If he don't call that prayer card tonight, I'll take that boy over to his trailer house and make him lay hands on that baby. I'll get him to the man of God.
Didn't they used to have a harp in the
And I meant that. I would have done
the
it.
Irish flag?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Way back.
I was leading the singing that night.
They should bring it back. I thought it
Introduced
was
Brother
nice.
Allen, and he
Pretty.
popped out on the
Gold
stage.
harp.
He said, we're going to receive an offering tonight quickly. It's going to be an offering of faith. Don't get nervous. I'm not going to take another one. But I might.
He must have.
And when he said, I want you to give an offering of faith,
Oh, this guy's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, he must have a nice paycheck after that. There, you know, he's not working out there for free. He's not doing that for charity. You know, he's walking out there with thousands of dollars.
So what they do is they pay the overhead for the church,
Mm-hmm.
and then instead of taking the leftover donations and helping the poor, you know, or maybe get supplying food to the soup kitchens, you know, for the homeless, and they spend it on themselves is what they're doing.
Yeah. Thieves. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're definitely thieves. Hey Jordy, I like the what is that, black light? Is that black light in the background? Or changing LED lights are changing?
Yes, LED lights.
Nice.
I have LED lights that change color in the living room. There were night lights that turn on automatically when the sun goes down, and they change different colors. And I got them. They do exactly what that does, and I got them in the dollar store.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I grabbed 4 of them. I should have grabbed a dozen of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. I had
LED lights. Yeah. They plug into the wall, and yeah.
Looks good, Jordy. Yeah, you get that nice Scotland flag hanging up there as well. You're patriotic. Yeah, that's awesome.
Why don't you get
yeah.
like a little bar? Put up like a little bar with a liquor cabinet up against the wall with those lights.
There you go.
Yeah.
With those
Oh,
lights.
yes.
Or you know what? Yeah, I'm glad you got them on, because that's a great background for you when you're on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you can also do your maybe it's possible that you can do your music with those lights like right above you.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like a concert.
Yeah, it's like you're
always fly your national flag, Jordy. Always fly that Scottish flag.
Hell yeah, bro.
Always fly it. Yeah. You
Hell
know.
yeah.
Yeah, that speaks a lot about a man. It's like Robbie Burns, the old poet. A man's a man for all that and all that and all that.
Robbie Burns.
Yeah, you know, just patriotic. Yeah, and I admire that. You know.
Patriotic. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if I told you what happened with Jason in the casino. I know Jordy missed it. Jason was with us live from Las Vegas, and he was in the MGM Grand Casino. So he was looking. Well, he took us on a tour, and he only had a half hour. So you know, we only saw a fraction of the MGM Grand. But believe me, it's a grand place, that's for sure. And I'm putting it mildly. He was looking for a progressive slot machine to to play because he was going to play while he was live with us. And, you know, it's recorded. It's on the early part of the show. So he's looking, and then he sees the slot machine. He says, "Oh, look, James, look, it's called Shamrocks, and it's got, you know, the Shamrock, the green lights and everything with the Shamrock." So he was showing us the other slot machine. So he says, "Well, which one should I play?" So I says, "Why don't you play the Shamrock one? Because we might see Colin later on." So he stopped it. He sat down at the Shamrock slot machine.
You're joking.
And,
Oh my goodness.
it was he put $60 in because every time you spin it, it's $1. It was $1 slot machine.
Okay.
So right away he started winning, and then all of a sudden he hit the button, and he got like a mini jackpot of over $200.
Oh.
So he says, "You know what?
Wow.
I'm going to cash in because I'm going to end up putting all this money back in the machine."
Yeah.
I says, good choice.
Yeah, good choice, because that's what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was on the tour he gave us is on the show, and it's a beautiful hotel.
Awesome. That's awesome. Oh, wow.
It's a shame that Las Vegas is going to run out of water someday.
Yeah.
Because every casino, every resort in Las Vegas has big fountains in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So one day those fountains are not going to be blowing water.
Yeah. No, they're that neck of the woods, Jim. They're screwed. They're screwed. You know, especially you know California too, with a governor like Northern, not who it is, or Newsom. Sorry,
Newsom.
Yeah. No, they're screwed over there.
Yeah,
they're screwed.
Because Las Vegas is that's part of the Mojave Desert. That's a bone dry area.
Yeah.
Bone dry.
Mm-hmm.
And in California, there's a place called Death Valley, and there's a reason why it's called Death Valley. And it's bone dry. And they opened up the first hotel casino, which was the Flamingo. The mob opened it up, and they were taking a chance. The real estate was probably dirt cheap, or should I say sand cheap.
Yeah.
And they were really taking it. It was really a big gamble, really. No pun intended. It was a big gamble to open up a casino, hotel casino resort in the middle of nowhere.
I'm sure the mob, they've done their researches. I'm sure they had people come.
Well, they probably pumped water,
right,
from the reservoir by the Hoover Dam. Was it Lake Mead? The reservoir, I think it's Lake Mead. It's where the Hoover Dam is. They and to this day they continue to do so, but that reservoir in the Colorado River is drying out. So I think they're getting some water from Lake Tahoe, which is north in the mountains, not in the desert. It's in the Sierra Mountains in northwestern Nevada, right where Reno is. Reno also has casinos. But eventually, the way Las Vegas has grown, with not only the resorts but a big residential area that's growing, they're not going to have any water. They're gonna like.
No, and there's nobody that's going to like help them this side or the other, especially now, with what we've got going on, in the White House, there ain't nobody going to help them,
The only way they're going to get, worst case scenario, the only way they're going to get fresh water is if they have a desalinization of the Pacific Ocean, and they pump desalinated, salt removed water by mechanical means, and pump it like all the way from California coast to Las Vegas.
They're talking about blackouts, this, that, and the other, in that part of the country because of this so-called, these people with these electric cars. They're talking about possible blackouts.
Oh, because of the charging stations.
Yeah, because the system can't take it. And I even look here, Jim, in Virginia, and I go to like Sheets or places like that, like the gas stations. You can go and get a bite to eat, whatever. But outside now, all you see installed is these electrical posts. For these Teslas. These people that Teslas is like the new Prius. It looks like.
Yeah, but it's not just Tesla. All these other companies are making them too.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? I drive a Honda Accord. You know what I mean?
Well, my sister has a Honda Accord. She loves it.
Oh, me too.
She loves it, man. It's a fantastic car. Now, making electricity is not a simple task. Making electricity for a region is a big undergoing. Some of them burn coal to make electricity. Some are nuclear power plants.
Right.
But to put, first you have the strain of air conditioning in the summer. Now you have extra usage of recharging stations for these cars. That's a huge burden. No wonder there's blackouts going on up there.
Yeah. That's what's predicted. It hasn't happened yet, and I hope it doesn't happen. But when you have Newsom Tucson, a guy like that, in California, and whoever else up around those radical, states, who knows, the Green New Deal. Did you ever hear anything so ridiculous in the Green New Deal?
Well, what they need to do is they need to utilize the Mojave Desert by putting not only solar panels, but Germany invented a solar tower. They need to put them where nobody wants to live, in the Mojave Desert, where there's no shade, there's nothing but hot radiation, direct radiation from the sun, and they need to do that. And also areas that are very windy, they need to put windmills up, and there's a hydroelectric buoy that bobs in the ocean. It goes up and down with the as the ocean gets rough, it just bobs up and down, makes electricity. But they need to do everything collectively.
Yeah,
because
they should never have expelled the Keystone Pipeline running down from Canada right through. They should never have taken that away. They
had the same issue. They had the same issue with Keystone. They had the same issue with Keystone that they had during the trans Atlantic Pacific, whatever, when they were building the railroad connecting the East Coast to the West Coast in the 19th century. They had the former slaves on the building, driving the nails and building the railroad, and they had the Chinese immigrants building the railroad going from west. They were going to meet in the middle. So what happened was, as they were building the very first railroad across the country, they were encountering Native American land, and they didn't feel like going around
Yeah, I
Indian
respect.
territory.
Yeah. No, I respect that. Yeah.
So the same thing happened with Keystone. You know, they had the Sioux Indians saying
Well,
this and that, you know.
Yeah, I always thought, that hopefully there could have been some type of negotiation, especially, let me stress, especially if it wasn't going across burial grounds. You know what I mean? Where our, our
Well,
first people, our first people.
Burial grounds are out of the question. Do not touch the burial grounds.
Amen, brother. Amen.
But if it's Indian territory and it's not a burial ground, I would give subsidies to help the Indians, because they have poverty on those reservations.
Absolutely.
Help them out, and don't send them garbage. Send them real help.
Oh yeah,
good food, whatever they need. Help them out and say, look, we're not going to touch the burial grounds, the sacred burial grounds, but we really need to build the pipeline on Indian territory, but we're going to send you lots of subsidies that you need, because economically, many reservations are impoverished. So, like you said, negotiate a fair deal.
Yeah.
But you have to stick to it. You can't be like pale face, speak with forked tongue. Like back in the 19th century, they lied to the Indians, the Native Americans. They lied to them many times.
And also, James, if they're going to build something like that, there's a thing called the diversion. You know what I mean? If the land is marked out, technology and structure these days, you don't have to go in a straight line. You know what I mean? You can go to the left, you can go to the right. You know what I mean? I don't mean politically, but I mean in structure. You know what I mean? And this can be accomplished. It's just like, I'm a big believer that, kind of jumping topic, but kind of on the same thing that we're talking about. The border wall should be finished. They gotta complete that wall.
Yeah, because it's an eyesore right now. It looks ridiculous. It's
right?
They have wall, and then they have nothing, and then they have patches of wall with
Right.
finish the damn thing, finish it, because
finish the wall, build it.
I hate to say it, but the only thing I agree with the Republicans is there is a lot of riffraff that crosses the southern border.
Right.
There are a lot of shenanigans going on with the southern border. I mean, I don't believe in tearing Hispanic children away from their parents or their aunts and uncles, whatever. But you know what? You really do need a border wall. I mean, in reality. So, Trump got it started. Finish it. Trump got it started. Don't just leave patches of wall standing up. Finish it.
Yeah, you got to finish it, and it's not just, gosh, what, my ex was from Bolivia, like I told you before, you know what I mean? And, I, just through her, I know of people who came across great people. Now they're all naturalized or.
Well, my ex was Colombian. She was from Cartagena, Colombia, which is on the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But Bolivia is a landlocked country in the Andes, the highest of the Andes mountains.
That's La Paz. La Paz, you can't even breathe.
They have trouble playing soccer there because the oxygen level is low because of the altitude.
They got to eat cocoa leaves. They help them to breathe.
And they like the yerba mate, the mate tea.
Mm-hmm.
Drink the mate, which you can get in the United States. But
Well,
yeah,
my ex was a little bit more south, from Cochabamba, you know. But no, I know exactly what you're saying.
yeah, it's
But
it's
no, we gotta finish the wall, bro. Yeah,
yeah,
you know, and I'm like you, you know, I'm not, you know, although you know, visually looking behind me, you know, you would think this guy's you know, complete Republican, but I'm not. I'm independent.
me
You
too.
know,
Yeah,
yeah. I voted for it, and I normally go on. I'm a very pro-life guy, you know, and pro-family, you know, and pro, you know, marriage between a man and a woman, not A B C D E F G alphabet people, you know. God bless them. God bless them. Good luck, you know. You know, but that's you know that's just me, and I'm a simple Irish guy, Irish American. You know, I've lived in the United States just as long as I've lived in Ireland. You know what I mean? And now that this is my country, and you know, I just you know, I'm probably just a little bit like yourself. I just see things how they are, and I call it as they are. You know, I never make any postmortems. I'm not perfect. I
well, I
work
know
work
I
hard.
always yeah, I always felt bad about over the oppression that the monarchy of England has put on Ireland for centuries. I've always
Mm.
felt bad, and I always wish they unified. Excuse me, they unified the country someday. Northern Ireland with
Yeah, it's hard, James. I was born and raised Catholic in Northern Ireland, and you know, there's you know just you know probably you know about a year or so ago, you know, I used to get on like a chat channel, and you know there was somebody from Northern Ireland, but you know he wasn't like raised up how I was raised, you know, and it was very difficult just to you know just get in the conversation because you know for the fact that I've been gone so long, you know, my mind is obviously broadened. That's what happens if you travel state to state or you travel from country to country. I travel from country to country. But just to hear another person who's never been out of that place, who, you know, is totally, they live in Ireland, but they're loyal to the British Queen. I can never understand that there. I can never understand.
loyal to the royal family of England that has oppressed Ireland
Yeah,
for
yeah,
for centuries.
absolutely.
For
I'm
centuries.
glad. I'm glad. I'm glad you got a brain and understand exactly what I'm saying. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
as an example, you know, I know there were bombings in Belfast when I was a kid. You know, I used to hear
Gary,
it.
you know,
Hear it on the news and all right? Look at Jerusalem. There's
right.
Christians, there's Muslims, and there's Jews. And you know, they all pray in different temples, different you know, different areas.
Right.
They're all cohabitating together.
Yeah.
They're not murdering each other. So what you know, there's Catholics and Protestants cohabitating peacefully in the United States.
Yeah.
So why can't you know the
big thing is,
you know
big thing is, James, is you know, going back and you know we're going over centuries now. The British came in and the old diabolical war tactic was get in there, divide and conquer. You know, and that's the fact of reality. Divide and conquer, and that's what happened. You know, that's why Northern Ireland was created, and then you had the Republic, and you know, let's even forget about Ireland. You know that's only a small, you know, small thing in the world. You know, there's a lot more problems. You know, but you know, you brought up like Israel, which was created after the Second World War. I think around what 1947, something like that.
Right. It was a British. Palestine was a British colony.
Yeah, exactly. And then Palestine, down along the edge, it's it's all it's just crazy. But I'm not somebody now that like dwells on that, even though I probably have talked, passionately about it, because I know where my father's been, my grandfather's been, and you got your shillelagh, and I love it.
Well, the British outlawed the original weapons.
Yeah.
And then the Irish turned around and made it into a walking stick.
Yeah.
A long one. They couldn't outlaw the walking stick. So they made it into the walking stick, and then they continued. Then they used the walking stick as a weapon, but they were quite good. I mean, Irish stick fighting is a martial art.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it goes back to the Gaelic days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I think I might have said this the last time we were chatting. My grandfather, he always, God rest him now, he passed away. He was 85, passed away like 2013. Loved him to bits. His name was Jim Cassidy, But he always had a shillelagh hanging on the wall. And there was a crack on the shillelagh, James. And I remember one day I said to him, "Hey, Granda, what happened? What happened to that shillelagh?" He says, one of his older sons, my uncle, Dennis Cassidy. He says, your grandmother one night, Dennis came in drunk, and he was acting up in the house, and he says, your grandmother, God rest her, she died at 46 with cancer, But he says your grandmother grabbed the shillelagh and whacked him with it, and it cracked, But it was hanging on the wall for a year.
She must have whacked him very hard.
Oh, yeah, that's a blackthorn.
To crack blackthorn. Crack blackthorn.
Yeah. But that's what he told me. That's what he told me.
You could. That's a deadly weapon.
Yeah, she cracked him with a fucking stick. I guess it was getting out of hand, back in the, I guess.
Yeah, but wood naturally, by nature, wood naturally cracks down the road, like, not right away, but but it's no, blackthorn's pretty hard. It's they grow it in the County Wicklow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
In the south, I think it's the far southeastern corner of the island.
Yeah.
County Wicklow. Yeah.
You're not far wrong at all. That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's the guy that does a video from Ireland that sells all these to even police officers order clubs from him. And he sells all kinds of walking sticks and cudgels, and he's got a sign up that says, "We don't call 911." Yeah, I just thought that was funny. But I mean, feeling how hard it is, just when you do this, could you imagine getting hit in the head with this thing?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I know the leprechaun from the horror movie walks around with.
James, when I first came to America, it was 1986, right? That was the very, very first time. Two stints, and it was in Ashland, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Old coal mining country. It was up Schuylkill County, right up by Scranton, Schuylkill.
The Pocono Mountains. You said Scranton, Pennsylvania?
Yeah. Pottsville, right around.
Pottsville, Stroudsburg.
And it was a Marine and his wife. This is 1986. It was like across, it was like because the troubles were going on, when I was growing up, that they were bringing children out of the north of Ireland, you know, and this Marine and his wife brought me over. Bob and Helene McLaughlin, that's their names, from Ashland, Pennsylvania. Bob was a lawyer, you know, and wow, they brought me over to their home, you know. A couple of daughters who were like in their 20s at that time. I was only like 12 years old, you know, and they took me everywhere. Took me to New York, you know, in the World Trade Center, you know, different parts of New England, Philadelphia, the old Philadelphia Phillies stadium before it was tumbled, you know. Saw Mike Schmidt on third base.
Oh
And-
yeah, there was Mike Schmidt was their slugger. They had Greg Luzinski was the catcher.
Yeah.
The old Phillies, the old Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah, that's right. They brought me to that stadium, and I knew nothing about anything back in those days, you know. But they were, but I just landed in history back at that time because, you know, Helene, you know, the mother, and God rest them, both of them are dead now, you know. This is like 1986, and they're probably my age, you know, probably in the late 40s to 50. But her great-great-grandfather was a guy called Jack Kehoe, who was the leader of the Molly Maguires in the Pennsylvania coal mining industry up around Ashland, Pottsville, this, that, and the other. And if you look back in history, there's a few documentaries on there about the Molly Maguires. There was actually an old movie, and Sean Connery and Richard Harris acted in it, called The Molly Maguires. But there's a few good documentaries you can find on YouTube about the Mollys. But her great-great-grandfather was Jack Kehoe.
Oh.
So she was able to take me to his old tavern, which was still being run in Guardsville, Pennsylvania, by a guy called Joseph Wayne.
Okay.
And I think he's still living. He's probably well in the 70s now, you know. But it was the old tavern where the coal miners, you know, after work used to come down, you know, and probably drink their beers, whatever. And everything is as it was, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But no, those Molly Maguires, they were apparently some fucking police detective got murdered. Some guy Pickland or whatever his name was, and they hanged the lot of them. They hanged like 12 of them, you know, roughly speaking, you know, Jack Kehoe being one of them, you know, for you know, it was a whole conspiracy thing at the time. You know, you had the coal mines going on, and you had the people running the coal mines, and you know, you had no union, anything that got there. But if I'm making sense here, I'm trying to tell a story the best I can. Old Joe Wayne, he fought with the mayor of his town in Guardsville, and he got his great-great-grandfather, Jack Kehoe, he got his name cleared, you know, from not having any participation in the guy that was killed. But, you know, too late, you know what I mean? Because they already were hung up by the neck, you know what I mean? In the old Pottsville jail. Yeah.
So those are the ones that really took you on a tour of the northeast United States.
Oh yeah, I you know, back in 1986, Ronald Reagan was still president, by the way, 1986, and oh yeah, I landed. You know, God's good. You know, God is really good. I landed on my feet. You know what I mean? Even as a young boy back in those days, I couldn't have landed anywhere better. You know, I could have landed with a family that, hey, let's go to Disneyland. You know, let's do this, that, the other. But no, where I landed was perfect for Colin McMenamin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
It was-
You know, I think that I think divine intervention happens quite often,
Yeah.
and many things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Being at the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, as opposed to the wrong people, and you know, if you have the right mindset, I think a person would attract positive things to them and positive people.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, yeah, it's true.
I believe. But I just want to say before I end the show, because I'm getting hungry, I gotta cook.
Me too.
I just want to say, I want to send prayers to all of our loved ones who have passed away, and also innocent victims, and you know, of course, the children in Texas, and but mostly everyone who is influential in my life who has passed away. You know, prayers for their soul, and they're definitely being missed, and we will see them someday in the future.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So happy Memorial Day to you, and you're more than welcome again to join.
Well, thank you for having me. Yeah, it's a pleasure to chat to you again. Yeah,
and I know you enjoy talking to Ronald. I think you would really like his shows. His well, I'll be joining this Wednesday because it's Joker's Wild Wednesday. It's not a theme.
What time on Wednesday?
About 7:20 p.m.
All right, I'll be home. Yeah.
Yeah, just you know, subscribe to his YouTube channel, and you'll see the StreamYard link on his channel, and you can bring anything you want on Wildcard. The other one on Friday is just hard liquor and liqueurs, but.
Right. Well, I'm off next Saturday, so I might have to pick up something just to join the show.
Yeah, anything, even if it's small bottle, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I got a Fireball or something, or a Bushmills or something.
Whatever. Yeah, I remember you told me Bushmills is in the far north of Northern Ireland.
Yeah, right up by the Giant's Causeway. Right up by the Giant's Causeway, by a place called Coleraine. That's the name of the town. And yeah, that's where they brewed Bushmills for over 100 years. But that's why.
I bet the water temperature is pretty cold up there.
Oh, it's freezing. Oh, damn.
but you can still get good seafood in ice cold water.
Yeah, that was our biggest problem for years.
Jordy tells me about the commercial fishing in Scotland and the marinas and the fish markets and all the great seafood that he gets.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll see you around pond. You have
all right, brother. Thank you so much. God bless. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. I'll see you next week, okay? Or see you Wednesday, maybe.
I'll see you Wednesday. That's right.
All right, brother. Good night. God bless.